Okay, okay. So do we have sound now? Yeah, we did it. Okay, no sound yet. All right. You got sound? Okay. So yes, I think so if you're watching me right now, we I'm going to be back in 2 minutes for us to be on TV and then we can start the show. Thank you very much for staying. I really appreciate this. We'll be right back to officially start today's show.
The indices show when we left office, if you look at the records, the debt to GDP was 56%. I mean, and from the projections this government is doing, they say the debt, if they do debt restructuring and go into an IMF program, it will take till 2028 to restore balance of 58% debt to GDP. Meanwhile, you inherited it in 2017 at 56% of debt to GDP. And so what other evidence do you need? When we're leaving office in 2016, all the multilateral agencies predicted that Ghana was going to grow at 8% because of the work we had done. And in 2017, it grew at 8%. And that's a credit this government is trying to claim. By the time you presented your budget and started implementing your programs, I mean, there's no way you could have influenced the growth rate in 2017. That growth rate was achieved by the heavy lifting that we did prior to 2017. And there's one significant fact that I've kept saying that nobody pays attention to. Under that program, for the first time in history, we had agreed with the IMF that we were going to do zero central bank financing. And so in the 2016 fiscal year, for the first time in the history of Ghana, or in the first time in the history of the Fourth Republic, a government implemented its whole budget without taking one single cedi from the Bank of Ghana. And so it's clear that by 2017, when this government came, we had achieved stability in terms of economic management. All they needed was to take it and move it to the next level. Unfortunately, this is where they've ended us. Because the president had promised, he had criticized me of having high electricity and water tariffs. He said when he comes, he's going to reduce electricity and water tariffs. And when he came, he did. Residential consumers reduced by 17.7%, non-residential consumers by 30%. Now, what he forgot is that the state utilities in Ghana, are state-owned. And so if you reduce that tariff, those were commercial tariffs, if you reduce that tariff, you create a deficit. And that same deficit is a liability on the state.
I hope you have sound now. You're still watching the show. We are live. It's exactly 3:50 p.m. US East Coast now. Thank you very much, team. Thank you very much for. Yes, thank you very much, boss. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and you can end it from your side. Okay, so we could go ahead with the show. If you're watching me now, I'd like to thank you very much. We are live across the world on Facebook, on YouTube. It happens. Relax, maintain. These things happen. These are technical stuff. Machines near using Waha. So you need to understand these things can happen. We've done a lot of prep for this season. Into the ways here, you should not be surprised. So I'd like to say thank you very much for staying. To solve this problem. No, I'd like to say thank you so much. We're live on Loud Talents TV, on Multi TV. We are live on Loud Talents TV on YouTube. We are streaming live on Loud Talents TV on Facebook. We are also on our official Facebook page, which is With Audio Respect page on Facebook. Benjamin Wayo Mahama, they are picking us live tonight on Facebook. They are our affiliates. If you go on Facebook, you can follow Benjamin Wayo Mahama's page. You will get us live. We are also live. Okay, let me try and get mine to ready. We are also live on NDC TV NDC TV across the world tonight. Thank you very much. We are live on NDC TV. Okay. And the Bayirma and the Mississippi. One person may show no me. May show no. And from Hokra may show no. And didn't know where moment with the say do su yejuma. Malam say this one from everything is under control. Inti and the may show no. Nothing will change. Okay. I'm also trying to put myself together the end show. Moon say and the Nyoma Bibrisi. A lot has happened today. Pound for pound, we are still on live. Okay, let me read a few messages from people watching us if they are following what's happening here. GH Pocky, Elijah, and you read Elijah Mampai Bobunya Ding. GH Pocky. Mampa Ebubunya din na ese malam say do daka crave in 5 minutes no amount for take advantage omo pese omo say production no na Elijah sofo Elijah Kevin Taylor na Efrewi I Chebibi Elijah ona de bia odo Nyankopon edi insawoso. If you here tonight, I'd like to thank you. I'm seeing lots and lots of people on the platform tonight. I'm excited though. Mena waka say nyana me so me prep me how to start the show before 4 p.m. and after 9 p.m. in Ghana. I'm so happy. The numbers I'm seeing here after we took this short break, it's quite encouraging, and I really appreciate the weight and all that. It shows that this platform has come to stay, and majority of Ghanaians are ready and willing to speak truth to power. Ladies and gentlemen, officially, I'm opening 2023 on Loud Silence TV across the world. We are in 22 African countries, including Ghana. We are live on Loud Silence TV on Facebook, on YouTube, and also on other platforms. Tonight, we will be discussing Ghana. The topic of the day is simple. Ghana is broke. We should blame the NPP. That's the ruling government. And you bring Oshamia also tell us Ghana is sika samno asay. Ghana sika samno nyina eye NPP abanwe and was say ye de show omo ena sibio for the past 6 years no ya handed Ghana's economy, yes finances, ye sika sam nyina ashomo nsa. Enti sende obi tena baby na so ka say Ghana ahochra aba ye sika sam nyoma ye tutu ni ye or say opposition politicians nyina sa nipa no sibio with all due respect no sibio na adwene nye adwuma. Moma yenti as ye say Ghana sika sam no ehye NPP nsa for the past 6 years they have controlled our finances. Into Ghana sika sam na say one person we need to blame or people we need to blame are the people in the NPP, especially Omo Pese, Omo Beye President Alan Kojo Chiramantin, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and Sebio Nkokwa Oma Kenyina Omo Nyina Pese Omo di President, and I say NPP Omo as flag bearers. And you bray, there are a few things we will touch on regular, no, they be on a normal basis, no yaba. We will introduce the show. I will say hello to a few people. We can't do that today because in record time we had some technical problems. Time is starting show, so we're not going to be dwelling on hello. So I'd like to say hello to all the girls and the ladies and Obi Awoshe be Enyumbre. Good day, happy Easter, happy New Year, happy 2023, happy Jama Maswa share yo I. Happy 2023, Imani ina mamin checha mani bi ende anya nsa yetu minye show no. Good evening to Kwansma. Almighty Kwansma is still on the standby, making sure say wow baby biano. In fact, or down dada. So good evening to Kwansma. Nansena Kwansma is slow kakra na mfrefre sana. Nyoma bi na si but ya solve it. Good evening to Kevin Taylor Girlfriends Association amunyina matwa pete e the whole Ghana ebi ware asofo ebi ware bankers ebi so ware galamsey for ebi ware politicians munyina no so Kevin aba I am on text na hu si bia counseling this year ebekọ. I like to also say ye chiechia obia asofo akromfo mo Ghana nyamishra munyina na mo a monka no kora pa na onyankopon kumu ntontwene impenifo a modi Ghana sika a mo person beka no kora mo amaye nya atwom asem da o se ebo ekufo de din ye ka na mo anka no Nyankopon kokruko wasuri ontemo nkwadas no nkumo ye empire ye boss 2023 ye beifo bi odin saka esike bia Onyankopon enkunu enfri asase we so MPP aban aye na adwene so mpeso beka no kre obi a obedi aban we nim so spokesperson or a communications director oba be twan tro bia Onyankopon odin card Kofi Amampem na onwu in the day massacre in the name of Jesus inti enwumbre ya ba no mamcha girls no ha girl ben wa ha Bill Osman winyina mbema no homo and Justin Awuku is also watching me tonight mehu obi to said Prince Arthur, Tina Voshia is also Adoni Florence. Okay, so I think Ochina Kono mestati and time na mechia e mani nyina ba enyubre time no day for Agege boys. It's enyubre no show no straightforward. Now we need to sit back and look at 2023. Are you rooming? How is the show? No, yebe no. Saying that the show no. Yedi bibi for Frabe some new segments near there. Nothing has really changed. Now I'm going to use about a year, yes, 10-15 minutes to let you know 2023. You know how show we ebeko. Now I want to officially say, Enyumbre Obia Oshe Bibia around the world. This platform, A Loud Silence Media, with all due respect, is a platform to support the NDC to win power. I'm going to make this statement again. Loud Silence platform, with all due respect, media, we have done our checks. We have actually done our research. We have compared a lot of things, leadership, governance. When we talk about social democracy, we have looked at the political parties in Ghana. Majority of them are MPP and NDC. We have looked at their contribution to the development of Ghana. We have seen lots and lots of things. We have analyzed how the two parties, Ghana wants some. Now, our conclusion at this point, and then I say, this platform is a platform to, at the end of the day, platform way is to project all the good things the NDC has done, especially their flag bearer to be John Dramani Mahama. We are 100% endorsing the NDC to win election 2024. Now, our part, another part we want to play, is to make the NDC understand that we are a communication wing of the NDC. This platform is here to project the NDC, project the works of the NDC with facts. We are not going to use propaganda to project John Mahama. We are not going to use propaganda to project Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman. We are not going to use propaganda to project NDC also winning election 2024. We are going to use the facts to support NDC to win election 2024. And see, I want to set the record straight. The NDC communication can contact us. They can reach out to us. Our doors are open. If they want to speak on our platform, you hear in Sambia also from their communications director to their MPs to their to whoever is part of the NDC. Why and I say or the Nukreno ebedi ne nimu kan amagana for Nukrena. We are open to do that. You will see lots and lots of NDC communicators coming here to answer some questions and also say so this platform is an out and out NDC platform to make sure the NDC wins election 2024. This endorsement I'm making or this announcement I'm making, they're very, very important to us because in the Ghana, it's either you are for or against. We don't play the neutral role here. Yen to me Ghana to during election 2020. I am being neutral. I am not. At least at this point, I am not. Mentna enso so abra Ghana eka abedaya so sensa MPP bedi Ghana so 6 years no a chain aban bia abaso no. I will not sit here and play middle here. What I want to tell you is say this platform is going to project the NDC, project John Mahama, nyoma NDC aya and the minority aya kase abua Ghana for ekoso ebua Ghana for. Those are the things we are here to project, especially the candidates who will be the flag bearer of the NDC. And please, when you're ready to make sure the NDC comes to power, when you're ready to send the gospel truth outside, facts, to explain to Nkomfo Asebio Amajuna Yomontanta, please, you are not supposed to be here. This platform is here to educate Ghana for Amajuna Yomutu to be catch up. The politicians are the same. They are not. And we have proven it over the past 5 years, 6 years. We have used facts, scandals, and there in some in 2, 3, 4 years ago, and a woman and then we gave Ghanaians the signal. The team on this platform consistently we advise Ghanaians and we caution Ghanaians. Says Sebio MPP we minye ochen minye adwa omunyine jimi this particular MPP. Obunim nyansa ye dibu mai. Omo entro eno mutwaye edibeji to me. They don't know how to govern. And this is not a time for us to be asking ourselves, why na yen tumano party ben na ye? The NDC is far better when it comes to governance, when it comes to democracy, when it comes to security, when it comes to people thinking to bring out solutions to help the ordinary Ghanaian. And our credibility is intact to the point whereby when we decide to fully support a political party, then the reasons, one can solve it. Into those coming in and going out, I want the haters. And Omo Mama just said no credit at the home person Omo Bekano. Me person me catch them say this platform is here to support the NDC officially. Every single thing this platform will do to make sure 2024 NDC wins, we are going to do it. So I'm sending this message to every NDC communicator. When we put a scandal out, you can reach out to us. You can credit us with every document we put out there. You can, at the end of the day, if you want to explain a few things on this platform, on this show, I will give you the room to do it. We need to make sure through this platform, Ghana, Nibia, or what former in Sembi, Ayana, all those people will get the truth. So this platform is going to be the conveyor belt. This is going to be the platform that will carry the message to Sebio. There's nothing like behind a party, Papa. The NDC is better. And since the Kufuor be president, NPP are buying way, especially this particular one cannot lead again. It does not matter who leads them. The facts of the case, and they say they cannot rule us. If we are not careful, these people will destroy the nation financially, and the little democracy we are enjoying, so they will do what? They will steal it from us. Indeed, we are not supposed to play the middle row here. We are not going to do it this year and next year. This is clear. Now, this year, so we need to understand. Number B to say there are some news outlets, fake news outlets. There are some bloggers who are MPP bloggers that we all know. They are in the system. What they do, and they say NDC for Asababa, then as some no krenomonka, they will use captions to lie to people on the ground. A typical example is Amir Debra. I know Rebecca Kufuor is the one taking care of his production. He should be very careful. Boy, be an itise ebinika, with all due respect, Kojo Sheldon, and so another criminal who has been doing that. As time goes on, every publication from these fake so-called media platforms, when they misquote anybody, we will make sure say that publication, nipana or NDC, ya publication afan ho amount for be person mo faso e de code di John Mahama attempt e de discredit no wo sa nipa no when take action loud silence platform will come after you the NDC person. I'm going to state this again, maybe I wasn't clear. If you are an executive in the NDC, if you are part of the hierarchy in the NDC, nasa obi beka asem fa ho, nasa wo grant interview bi, or you make a statement and the publication na beba out from whatever publication house, nasa enya accurate, nasa you allow this to go on for people to use that to malign your flag bearer to be John Mahama, we will come after you. You need to take action. It's either you sue, because this is what the NPP is good at. We know, sir, right now they don't have any missile left. What they are going to use is they are going to use TikTok for. They are going to use I wanna be bloggers. They are going to use some ignorant fools. Yeah, they can feed them like chicken. Our job here is to be at the gate. We are going to do our part as a platform to stop all those things. Into me NDC ni ebia me Bawa Muktari. Me John Mahama 8. Mako granty interview be or Joy News. I did not say. That's a media house be kofa. Not because of propaganda for NPP. Say, almost change, Now you, Joyce, with all due respect, you see that and you don't take action against that media house for people to use that, because if you don't take action, people are going to say this is what John Mahama said. This is what the NDC Special Aid John Mahama said. Now, yet Sebio Minyanoma Santifona, Omwa Santibemunu, Radio for Bebrino, Omon Kenkai, Bebrino, they are going to capitalize on that and lie to the people. If you, Joyce, you don't take any legal action, we will use this platform to come after you. I'm using Joyce as an example because everybody knows that she is the aide to John Mahama. Recently, the director of communications of the NPP, he was on social media, on Twitter, posting fake letter say NDC for reshuffling this is a year guy now your friend Richard Ahiagba or Ahiagbe, I don't know his name, a whole communications director. So you have to understand the say their communication machinery, the NPP's communication machinery has broken down. Now they are going to go back to the basics. A year 442. Don't give them space. Samoti Assembly publications be babontine. You people need to contact the person they are saying said the statement and say, Madam say, okay way. John Mahama, okay way. If it is not true, the general secretary to the communication director to the chairman, you people need to make sure a statement is put out. So that is the gatekeeping job we'll be doing. Because in 2012, 13, 14, 15, this is what the NPP did. The NDC thought it was a joke. It's not. They are resorting to their old tactics of lying. Bringing some fake documents, making people think, say, Metihana will be frame. Kevin Taylor is work NPP. This is what they do. Some stupid bloggers be and they pick the piece. Kelvin Taylor, and I didn't want to. But we need to understand, say, this is what the NPP is about to do. If you're an NPP person, seb your ding, uya penini wom, nasa o dojo Mahama, na o do NDC some power to rescue Ghana, to give us our democracy back anytime. Because recently it should be by about a year McMill. Time I obey a video at Jubilee House. There was a former chief of staff who actually granted some interview. He was straightforward that when John Mahama was in the Jubilee House, you could not wear shorts to the Jubilee House. The MPP bloggers picked it and rephrased it. John Mahama, and they said, this man said, when John Mahama was in office, na ashawo for baho and what, and that is not what he said. Ain't a man like that, if you don't take action, we will come after you because you are contributing to the misinformation about your party and contributing to the misinformation about your flag bearer. Ain't as far as you call yourself a big shot in the NDC, be alert. Your aides are all supposed to be alert on social media. When somebody like Richard Ahiagba, that crazy communications director, Awunenina, he does not know where he belongs. That foolish director, he has been at Dankwa Institute. Nothing better for him. Foolishly coming on Twitter to malign the NDC and the NDC sitting there and watching this fool who could not defend his own party. No, that is what we hate. And that is what this platform hates. This NPP is a killing machine. This NPP, they are diabolic. This NPP, they destroy lives. So don't play the same mistakes you played again. So this platform, we are going to do our part. Anytime we see any of these so-called bloggers trying to misquote, lie, we will take it up. We will come to you, the person they are misquoting. You need to take legal action against these people. Politics, Nasa. You cannot be a year for a Christmas in politics. The people you people are dealing with, make NDC for dealing with, these people are diabolic liars. You need to understand. They don't have any facts again. When was the last time you heard Bawumia speak on Ghana's economy? Because he is not intelligent enough to discuss Ghana's economy. He is the boss of the economic management team. So you need to understand there's no economy. There is no communication strategy. They don't have the intelligence to tell Ghanaians what they have done because they've done nothing. In the end, people who are going out there and saying Kevin Taylor is working for the NDC. Yes. Kevin Taylor is working to get the NDC into power with facts. And the last statement is very important to me. I am going to work hard. I'm going to educate Ghanaians. I'm going to open the eyes of Ghanaians. Myself and my team, every member on the Loud Silence TV, they have made sure that they are committed to making sure, educating, informing with facts to get the right people in power. We will never come here and lie. We will never come here with fake documents. We are here to support NDC to win. The agenda is to win election 2024. Vote for NDC. In the next 2 years. It is bigger than what you are seeing today. This is a national service. What I am doing here, what you are doing here by watching me, a national service. Because you want to save your democracy. Because you want people who respect your views. Obia omubebu. Obia sebi utia tuomana. Obe jine mo se oye bobo ni or se oye bibi buao. Obia otena se jine se die ne hiao. Those are the people we want to get into our politics and lead. Not fools who have borrowed some accents. Not people who think that they are entitled to their presidency. That is not where we are going to go now. We are going to straighten things. So send a message out. Let everybody hear and let the NPP understand this platform has been built to make sure John Mahama, that's what, wins election 2024. Because we cannot be rude. We cannot allow ourselves to be ruled by a tyrant. Akufo-Addo is a tyrant. He kills. He enjoys it. So let the news go out. Kevin Taylor is here to work to keep MPP in opposition, to bring NDC back to power. And I'm very sure, I'm very confident that the team I work with, they will side with me. And there's one thing I do on this platform. Every single person on my platform, I have never called anyone to tell them what to say. But they know the truth. It does not matter. Nipa omunene kasa, they will always tell you the truth. So I wanted to put this out there. This year is not going to be an easy year. If you think I was sharp last year, I'm going to be sharper this year. If you think I was blunt last year, I'm going to be more blunt this year. If you saw me to be somebody who does not respect last year, then you see me as a demon this year. If you saw me as a young man who is scared, then this year you see me as the devil. Loud Silence TV, Loud Silence Media, we are ready to make sure, say, assembly you be kan wahano, you be backing with facts. I wanted to send this message out there. Now, as you can see, time no call. Now, time no kwa. I will say yeshu no entem. So this is what we're going to do. Let me take this guy out. If today is your first time on this show, just like our page on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. Get notification every time we are live. Your affiliates are almost cross-posted show way across the world on Facebook. In Ghana, no, we are on Loud Silence TV. On YouTube, no, we are on Loud Silence TV. If you're watching me tonight, welcome to the most authoritative, most informed platform on the planet. All right. And then we will talk a little bit about Ghana's economy. But the focus today, I'll be talking to the NDC grassroots, people who, out of love and after their research, getting to know the NDC is a better party or party in power, whatever, than the NPP. I want to talk to you people. The NPP has no message for you guys. Almost share the message biya. Now, what they are going to capitalize on is omo be catch the omo radio for the omo TV for ne say. Now, me can radio for the TV for no sankwas no oma hene kwabena sante obi mo sa ko mininis no adre na ohye suit to Metro TV no. They are going to tell them that right now we don't have anything. So all that you have to do is blame the NDC. Now, the issue with the leadership shuffle now, but I say leadership changes now on the minority side of parliament, I'll be addressing that issue. It is very, very important we look at that issue and address it. Now, the question here, and some of start showing and say, Sebio yenyi na Nyankopon na wo ye. Nyankopon na boy, sorry, ena oba wo ye. Sebio minutu ai Onyankopon kwa ne nim embredo do amedi no asasi so. Also, Onyankopon, it's only God who knows how long you're going to be on this earth. If tomorrow I'm no more around, or I die tomorrow, definitely the world should go on. Every single thing it needs to go on. With Haruna Idrisu or without Haruna Idrisu, Parliament will still go on. But the question is, Haruna Idrisu has it changed Ghana's status? And that is what we have to be looking at. We are NDC, we are MP, we are minister. Haruna Idrisu is no more the leader of the NPP in NDC in Parliament. Has it changed our debt? Has it changed the COVID-19 embezzlement? Has it changed the so-called domestic exchange program or whatever? Has it changed? Say today Ghana owes over 500 million. 500 billion. Has it changed? Say our economy now say So these are the most important things we need to be looking at. These are very important. Inti sa moma media ni bi. Oma hene Kwabena Asante na fono se encheche na oto na adwen nyina ne se MPP de omu free so a eye japade. The MPP as a political party no, they see governance at say eye kingdom. Omu amabuo at say omu di ahenie. That is how majority of NPP for who eye oman si be ebuman. Especially many anoma Asante for mo Asante memu. Dodo no hu governance to say otu vodi eye odi man so so ohene. Omu hu governance ahenie. So many anoma Asante for dodo no ntiase de ometuma ye ma aban ya ma omo ene de ohene e wo so ohene ye ma omo. Nti every time no omu concentration nyina ne say ye de ye ya Asante for ye ya MPP for enya kura ye betena ho. Ana ne refi say aban ye toto ma aban ena ohene ye nto eto ma ohene. But we will come to this. We will delve into this. Intima Ghana for Sebio mo majority of people watching me. You are not supposed to fall for the gimmicks like the foolishness of Paul Ademotre. Taking the whole NDC reshuffling. This is a mere reshuffling. We will come to that part. But there are more pressing issues we need to discuss. Kusi Boateng Eye Kromfoa and then ask them Wama Ghana card no, it's been very difficult for anybody to trust it. These are very important things. Intimema ofui bi metna radio phone bi so emo adwene nya wo say or better mo the oma adwene nyina ne sese no kan NDC asem na MPP nkwasi ade ne de yen kata so intimeka kire mo NDC MPP for no dodo no hu governance te say ahenie e we fie ye ya de hye Baku ye tua to ma no. Baku ye tua to ma no. De tua to ma no na de na to na ye de ma no wo de aye. De won tua to ma no na sene ne sen or anase ne djuma de ne sen. These are things we need to be discussing. Now, I'm not going to take a break. Let's go straight and then look at a few issues. Now, after that, you know, what we will do is say we will go straight and tackle the substantive topic. Now, there's one thing I want to show you. Gigim. Gigim. Hey, good evening to Tesiano. Good evening to incumbent. And a good evening, Makai Miguel, Lucy, Mambo Lucy Ding. Hey, Lucy, hello. Good evening to Lucy. Incumbent, no. Good evening to Lucy. I also was Santasi. Me Asante me work say Kevin Dofa girl na. Isi aro yiri Bruni. And any Asante for the umpire na. Makachi am say me girl your friend Lucy or Santasi. Lucy Michia, Lucy we near ding, Lucy we di drew. Into Lucy Michiano. But why would him say Kwansma so touchline? Kwansma the one body dia. Your point ya no be fro. And I want Lucy, Kwansma him Lucy. And a Lucy nim Kwansman the problem bien no. Lucy na nkasa onim se Kwansman na ya asamwoja no. Aha, inti Kwansman on share any problems ha. Now, gigim 2023. Nasser Allah. Now look at this. Yvonne Nelson. Love is a scam. It's a joke. Yvonne Nelson explains. You see, Yvonne Nelson, Sebio Mwamwa Sankregua Montebrofono, Mamunsro, Kevin Taylor, on the Okan, what chechim, no Beatin Wase. Yvonne Nelson said, or Donka say, oh, Ayajana one. Yvonne Nelson believes or thinks, I want to say, she has been with a lot of men. But no, the way when you say Odwanka Sankasana Eyaza, no Caribbean nim obikasa love or da. Or the baby when you need to know, Nyoma wa femuno, and Mema Sebio or Neo Omodi in Sawaswa Abedrus and Pempenswin, or who say. So because Odoa, or who say Nipani Chantro, Eyaza, a scam, and Yadi Papa Bia or say Obiadan Wisham. Time and I give to auntie. Odru give Odru, Yvonne Nelson status na. No what children see I don't know kaso into the new gift auntie no any Yvonne Nelson I'm silent here emu ya dia no madane if I don't have it nobody should have it so is ya no madane they say ade emu ya din pe no my omu asase aban aye mfa dia ndia wo so mfa saa na gift auntie ye edu baby na epem na obema bi amba no o se oye motivational speaker She was telling women, you don't need a man in your life. Hey, give to no Ghana private free. The common lines. I asked Otodokuno Azerbaijan. Ladies in Ghana, you need to understand. You need to be a confident woman. Even you know, time and I give to auntie more than a Jabian funny. Otumu can kind your man or the Akoda. Otumu can kind Jabian funny. The near sign. Auntie. Give the auntie in a church women you know as idea. Give the auntie start here. Oh, you know, women are supposed to be independent. If you work, if you're educated, you don't need to rely on a man. So I give the auntie. Now when the post now bro so I na pemono. I will say, hey, yeah, for so Satan na so here nana. No. I nana to saying. Auntie, if one else they do, if one else they do give the auntie status this year. Auntie, if one else they say odonye. They say wadane. Give the anti Pro Max or be church them at Yabon anti chroma Ghana from Bema Bebumgwe Broni Bina Kofa no Nyamon. Who Yvonne Nelson? Yanti chroma na ofa DK be the tika crake when Kesena da Aden and the Tisson or Ghana ni. Uchemu Okoya Saboya and the Tisse Binika Kodesha Dimko when Kissom and also pe Broni and Akofa Broni Banchi Ban or Benyamo. Now what corner see at second wow say love is scam. Come on, Pado. Here, if you food will block you, I had you Jimmy a block you to see. If one else, I done it, girls, the mamun tears and quasi some way. If one else in the brow boy, no, and then the amana wa onikunu, and yet obin a force in the song called him, na brony, donkey being found the bear membership, Obianca Bibian Chireno. Sansa would a mutia and I must start to pepper them, and a dear them, and the woman a dear power. Motuano, mamum dear girls who are bomb also. First, no more to the day, no one touch like, hey, yeah, Yvonne Nelson, on Sunday will be on Pecapono, and also be on Pemachino. To see, and I had to say, watch us, Obian Pet. It does not mean so your young girls now, Shamia, to me, ya bear man and entina. Mamun Yvonne Nelson, now bonoso. They say they're also, they say they check Obian Pet. Intimate me country girls, I say, love is scam. Why scam? Odo papa ho. I onye heavy odonye oh bravo for your hard guy. I am bravo for your hard guy. Into mon kanje Yvonne Nelson Kevin Taylor ba where they me the proper kwem we nyina me kai mon kanje Yvonne Nelson say their gift auntie here no on to first hat trick ni bi amba you nuanom girls now ready. There are men there, they would like to meet, go out there. Do not tell anybody love a scam. Una akoya ukobo nyoma na atia boss obi enwa obabetio mun kan che Yvonne Nelson we dem di fam ai dem perfect to ai now eye ekuya donko and the time no day so we'll be running through ochina never started juma ye ekuya donko whether or not National Cathedral will be built so support Ekufuado we don patro oba and I'm say ekuya donko catch Ghana for say ye pe yempeo eye National Cathedral no de Ekufuado be si enti ye nyina yenta ne chi moma Ekuadon kombe nyina TVs no nka National Cathedral non spelling wie na ye nyina nko support Ekufuado enti don patro we no what you see Ghana no de bia me catch Ghana for ye jeja ya ho ma nipa bia ni se nkomunya opportunity bia nya opportunity na omo eden lead nipa kuo bi ede omo ko eye aho some tibiam without you some senipem but nipa we jimi de mesem I'm not discriminatory but obi a we jimi de meka so we de we jimi ma mo mfa ne mfra we enti this statement from eye Ekuadonko Don Patrick it gives you that impression say majority of omo Ghana omo president and this goes to the the so-called smaller parties no. Oh, say Ghana and some start here. Ekufuado mo start say almost say mine no. Ekufuado mo start here sika omu kunipa sa Don Patrick wo nyina mo ehu omo. Mo te so bie na no so bekasa. The NPP always make sure say sa insects we no mo tare omo Ghana for say ye political parties no. We mu na ye Ghana problem no. People like Ekuadonko sa akpalu sa nkofo no we mu na eye Ghana problem nti Ghana for se Ekuadonko ka se Ekufuado chia ne chi onsi cathedral no problem se Ekuadonko se de ekoso Ghana nyina onte ye na sebi one de Ekufuado Jimmy na no be support ya no problem na I will say a TV bia say what Ghana na say we mu na ye mpanifo a o sese bi o ye de ye mu ade omo kasa nyansa wom aba wom na we mu na obedi omachi ama say ye de bebu mind dia na wankasa so esew wankasa na woto na wo hwe be na esew because ekuadon ko na nkasa busan say asori be na okọ wo be before ko asori da ye ne before exa before papa no omo nkọ asori yo before I had to say flamboyance before yo slave queen before and before na you do sorry them na ye be no na that abonten na ekọ before papa no omo ankasa omo wura sorry them because ono ankasa no on to me for body ni wura wo before kwa sorry da but because of sheer stupidity any politics ya mama na yafunti buse kwa don ko say Ghana GDP esen otiase buse kwa don ko say ne kufu ado ne ba no nipa dodo say na enye dwuma Ghana mumu se kwadon ko se ono ankasa na aban na ye bu no te ase sen de ne friend governance inti san kofo we hihyehyehye ase e na omaye mo ho kenkabi e kwadon ko nim nyansa obetuma ka bibia kire Ghana ma Ghana atsesan wo. And it is not just a kwadon ko ho asem na making you nipa bebre. There are so many people in Ghana, they are old, they are not smart, they are not intelligent. And in some way, be a can now, man for be say, oh, Kevin Mwadi, Penny, away Jimmy, away Jimmy. Mumuse Kwadon Kosa and Nana send a kufu by when you Jumaye. Mumuse Kwadon Kosa, a Juma Ben and Oye, Nan a Jumana to sign there. Mumuse Kwadon Kosa, ne MPP no, dear Omo ye, or minor Omubuno, Sebio, a Tona Ghana for Triano, a Jenny Eddie Yama Ghana for, or your Penny on Yakura, or Nana when the Twatron Chum, Mumbusano. And the reason why we do these things, and let's say it is because these Don Patros are a religion free different kind of zoos, you know. Omuna makakam kwasi asema mi abedu hande. We mu na so kufu ado so for 6 years. We Don Patro wa we mu no maso so kufu ado so sa aba bedru ha. We hu ni nua bema. E de ye de ese mi nia na kufu ado oseme. E de so aka MPP chairman na yere say wo dia wo ba be se kufu ado buofu abuofu na ne ba mbese hwan me MPP chairman fo nyina mo Ghana mo mma wo a ana mo yere no wo a o mbese kufu ado be pobi obibie na no me se MPP ni bia o yere nyem sa o yere ne wo a onyankopon mo na onse kufu ado mo. So let's get it straight. Yo nipa bu okroma I was from 2023 you shut your down. Omo kan some yam from say Jimmy for we don't pay attention to such people. Ekwadon koso your bad time. Ekwadon koso te Ghana ni bi. And so see yankosi cathedral sebio onu ekwadon ko ne se agu enum ontimi fan spell cathedral. Ondwene ho koso fu bi na amane kakra se onfa ntwitwa no ho. Enti sebio osora no pa na se bia okopenso bi kokoro ne to a na the dusting powder about to a na onya makeup tantan bi di fa na no a na obede ne nipa na okeka nkwase asem. This is where we are today as a nation. And these are the people we sit and say, where do you mean penifo? Where the entiomo? Where do you mean nyansa? Asame kuyadon koka se yepo ekufu ado basic cathedral. I don't know kuyadon konton Japade nyina fa ekufu ado fancy cathedral. Ochi. Inti Don Patro wa we mamuntie no. Ne classmate ne ekufu ado onim no ohuna ohuni se no ho. Omo mienu omo yuzu ahwehwe. Omo hu anomo hage omo ye nuafo. We need to stop giving them attention. They are going to start popping up. Omo beba, ye a small party. Ye a small party for sanko siadi we ya neto ho. Ye a small party obi amponya 1% to that. Oh ye omo ko iPack no ko di nkwasi asem sa no mo di nkwasi asem abegu yeso. We need to cut them off. Now, Ghana for gigim. Yes, say a year from February. Eya busumi a yebesimi ye da ho January wo ye ntua ka da utibete yes ye nyantua mo ka mo bebre o tema ka kire mo ebi bebre but ebi bebre achi bi mo bebre rough. Now yes, see February no fuel prices to rise in February despite gold for oil policy. Now fuel prices to rise in February. Yes, see busumi a yebesimi mo amunti twi mi ne no asantefo amunti brofo no me ka ne brofo ma chechire mo twi. Yes, see eya busumi yebesimi February ya ye de ekufuado ye de MPP for ye betu petrom Mutie de mekano. Yes, busumi ya yebesimu no. Yebetu petrol between 7% and 13%. Yebetum. Emu be ya din. Time de enkosh you e ya wona obebre. What I want you people to understand is it's not about me. It's about you people, your welfare. It's about you people making decisions. A bit to me, abwa muhu ene muma dachimi. It is not about the Akufo-Addo in the next 10 years. Obewu. We di ete something. Obewu na nsenya o. Akufo-Addo obewu na nsenya. In natural order, akwara wu penyini wu. But in natural order, na ahaba in dada tija ahabamono. Probability say Akufo-Addo obewu eja 100,000 Ghana for youth. No, it is 1,000%. Into obewu na nsenya. In the next 10 years, some question from the enemy say, yeah, managing finances, they will all die. Into why never solve a problem. And the Ghana business daho, da beni betuwe, Ninaya and the Akufo-Addo. Mini anuma California Santa for Mujin say, a mumbu, a yahinie, and yes, sanity. There's a difference between governance and dear, your friend say, a year chieftaincy. Untumi fa ahinian to talk a year a mamu, that never. And intina sebio kwasie bitina kumasika say otumfo na akoji loan say yemfa mbesika jetia no so oyaboa onim nyansa ontiasie the difference between governance and chieftaincy omontiasie eye minuanom asantefo dodo no dwen say eye ahinie no eno ane ne eye amamuo inti yekoto ba se de ye koyi ohene eno na ama asanteman asai eno na ama Ghana ya bedru ha akamfo dodo no dwen say ye to abeyi ohene we de ebusuani oya sonani we de oya santini we de oya kunani mentuma bebusuani enye saa na ye de bu man enye saa na ye de to aba enye no na ye hwe ho de to aba say eba abato ene eye governance obi obedi wanim amamu obeje woto no e wo say wo hye de obetuma yama de oyama wo politics of benefit in Sani Kano, Miss Freya, Mikrom ha, Nan Sony had to some mampong, and a year part where Mamma Suanum. In the part where I catch them so basic regional hospital ha, dear Nentina also me doubtno, and no Namawi nipa on your chain. Indeed, these are the things as Ghanaians, no, you started general. And yes, sir, media minianie, yedia Santifonti, Sebio, says Sebio, ye jay and I cry good team, mum, someone no ma. A Santifo do the bandum adentra, where do you say, and yanka say, dear Darby? Say the team on near Casa, no, where they are Chocomilo, Busa said Chocomilo, no, yet the Indiana would go with the Gubedu Chocomilo, man, Jen, no adentra, ye Santifo, ye come for, where they are come for Tibetum MPP, and only the Tihano. That is why we are here today. You people should be able to separate governance from chieftaincy. Muntumi separate asantefo asanteman yetumi separating your mama yenu ya impuntu ababa Ghana ne abrabo no ebe chen bebia but yentumi separate unma de kontra eye jimi na tare ebimu akoma ho. We have been enshrined in our foolishness and stupidity. We think that electing a president is like electing a family head. So sometimes you are shocked when you hear an elite, an educated person sitting on TV and saying, hey, yeah, they are Santifo, where they are when people, you ask yourself, school no corner, they are kicking kind of, they are nyansan on your free because they cannot separate book knowledge from common sense. Inti there be politicians no analyze account for titiwa Santifo no sebio basi omo tase nyansa na ya dia momo and it not me hu napo can come to the Ashanti region and say if even you put a gold on this for us as an MPP flag bearer we will vote for Sanipan because napo hu Santifo do so me moa. They cannot think for themselves. Omunim the difference between ye hine and a ye president. It is a the vote pattern now was anti-memuna. It is you can predict it. Obetima predict it because obisa be dia ye me asantifio me bantamani akwara intersenso bo akwasi ampagina o a corset no o jimi no kora na onya ahwia ye asantifo if you bantama nti ubekọ no na bantama ise ball aso na yetim na wo ye de hye na wo fia ye fia ye hu nsa wo ye bodamni this year wo ti fi mu no wo ye bodamni and that is how I see it. Inti moment starting tenase ni yembuse ho say yesi ahene yesi a president na yene asanteman akamfo no yembusa ho central region for asantefo eye wan yene ka me say especially asantefo mum yenya 5 minutes ni tenase ni yembusa ho say edi enti yesi o24 say tutu hene edi enti ne to ma eye MPP difference ni kase pa otumfo nji loan otumfo se obetumi aye nsuama wa sebio ebia na ne sika bi ɛda hɔ anaasɛ NGO bi na abehu no ɛna ɔka sɛ o me nananom hia nsuo mu nyɛma ɔmo otumfo ntumi nkɔ Central Bank of Ghana nkɔgye sika sɛ mede kɔsi market aba Asanteman oni saa tumi no ne tumi ne nduru hɔ otumfo ntumi nkɔ represent Ghana ɛnka sɛ yɛbɛgye loan wɔ Israel ɛyɛ me otumfo momfa me din hyɛ hɔ ɔntumi nyɛ because the tumi ne nduru hɔ otumfo ntumi sɔre anɔpa tututu and tell the Ashanti Kingdom pay tax to me, VAT to me. He cannot because only to me, no. And these are things you need to stress on. Or your henekesiye. And so baby wo ha the 2 meaning ruho. Ekufo de betuma sori aka se Asanteman nyina etoa ye gemo ye betum ena nansi atum no. Eye Ekufo de wo sa to me no. Ekufo de betuma akọ abontina akọ besia billions. Se me de beye eye nyoma ma Asantefo. Ekufo de betuma akọ abrochira akọ besia $100 billion. Or the Asantefo din e beto so say ye gye sa besia we akọ ye den akọ ye bibi wa Asantememu. Ni 2 mi no e ma no ho kwan ma ne yesa. Inti awesome who difference no. So ye who difference na ende be me ato nkwase aba beduru ha. Eni ti na ende no oba Asante na so oba MPP mu a omo se Asantefo de o de aboa kura tso a obeto ama aboa na fi so omo program Asantefo adwene mo adwene omo se ahennie ene eye amambuo no eye pe. It is not. Governance is different from eye chieftaincy. Iti mamont na ho manipa bi for politics embu munimtia. Mamont na manipa bi nkasa o ya santini nti o ya kwasea. It should not happen like that. Mama nipa bi emfa ho nkasa wo de sebio ya wo me ne ka se obeto ama me no wagimi nti obeto ama me. If you give a politician that room and then the man to be jimi no ho ala sawa no ba ka kire say hwe nkofo no omunya de hye te se wo nti tuma me nti politician who de bia se wagimi. And when it comes to Ghana's politics, now we are analysis now. Majority of a MPP for no delegates, MPs, ministers, no, omuwa Asantefo so Jimmy. And me MPP ni minim make catch all. Me nyinu Asantememu. And some of me catch Asantefo Asantememu no. Oba Greater Accra on Kanasa because we say how a cosmopolitan. Sebio dodora adwene mu da ho. Me nkasa Asantema adwene mu na ho. But in some of the friends no Asantememu no oba eyenkramemu a obehwe ne kasem yie efri se onim se ha say no they are not going to vote because yomuhu ne se ayahenie oba Accra they don't vote to say yomu yihine. They vote for they vote for a leader, government to lead them. In this Ghana development now, the reason why Asanteman enyampuntu no because Asanteman to about to say yomu yihine. Enti de bi omoto nkwase aba dodora yeah Asanteman dodora to nkwase aba nkwase aba ni nyina ne se oto ba te se de oyi hene ba onto aba se oyi omampanyini manad ne hi asem a sebio na oni senior high school almost 21 yesi no eye Asantememu no ohun ne se eye ade bi ebeboa no akani ehun se yebesi nsuo omampon me hene na odi benim na o hyechichi se de oye worlder e wo Sudan no onum nsuo ne bi man de owuye odi asatwi mato saa nyoma ne beboa me ontiase na adwene ne se me satuma aban na o ma me nsuo num ya ende ohene na me pese me sinmentumensi inti ye nim the difference between governance and chieftaincy inti de bia na ye mixe ene na ma Asantefo bre ede obi tumi biara no ka se otumfo akọji loan otumfo ntumi nji loan obetuma ji loan in his capacity as Asantehene Asantefo na mo na metua otumfo ni capacity to take loan on behalf of Ghana never. Enti ochina echi ya February yebetu petrum na ode tena ho ne di matam nyansa na make no. I'm trying to educate you, inform you. Me ma self-aware. Sibia nipe bi ebu kwase. I didn't know the metam ka say there's nothing like politicians are the same. Man can be da. Echem. John Mahama is better than every candidate in the MPP today. Oya Santini na se saadi won peso be jatuma. Sebio MPP fo hu so we Jimmy. Ade wo fia na ye nyi yensu no emfa asawa mkohyem. Sa Jimmy kasa ne saa inti de bia ye nyi enso no ne emfa asawa mbehjem de bia ye nyi enso no ne emfa asawa mbehjem ye matani medi enim enu nti na ndoba Ghana omo ho afin pa wo mu kurom ya Asanteman because say enkenye edam any Jimmy a eye den na Asantini Abrante tumi tena radio so ana TV so ka say our problem with KJTIA.
Ubeka isa shase no. Adwadifo no yi omo nuoma kakra bi mpogu ho a. Esi David fangu ha. Ha yemfa nuoma ngu ho. Ba sisi ato ma obi. Sa little spaces no more high wall.
Captain America say, "Re, the tram. In the first place, no, the design, no. Re, there are two extremes.
Yeah.
Either you force the people to change to meet what you want, and I say you give them as per who they are.
Yeah.
And until I didn't know mobile no. Seka, you didn't hear some critical analysis of who the people are. Captain, yet you did yiba animu and animu.
Yiba animu.
Club says, Seka, Coba, no more funny in our animu, no more poor massa atrequa. And until if you see a basis stores, we don't have for Sunni panel, I'm on my change yana. Captain, what I say?
I do.
And keep me designing stores, no, as per who the people are. Naka store no design na mu akreti ayi wo obi a shop animu. Anaka captain kanu so enyi.
It's possible.
Sa table like shelves na ye twen ye man free store no ba animu no. Anko mu design shops no. Anko mu betimi a capture afra. Ama ko obi a store animu no obi o gate wa no ma. Sa the ice table ni bi si animu dada. Enu nti omu ye wie no no mfi say aha no be sebe amono ni ba bia wokwa enema ni nyina agudan ni mu nko ebi mpie ma abon ti ba captain what do we say ye be twede ma na ba asa atwe akọ that is what we do.
That's the dog.
Sorry, I think I'm having some technical problems. Sorry, a sound back. A sound back. Mr. S, give me sound. If sound is back, tell me. Mr. P, Mr. Ed, guys, give me sound. If sound is back, let me know. Is sound back? All right, we good. Sorry, I think I didn't turn this off. On. Dear me person me catch on say, enya politics and ankama nipa bi agimi a eye de na utimi te sa asem we free nipa no so e doc. Na asem nyina ne say, KJTIA na enya ne party na siye. Eye tani na be siye. Eye Ghana sika na di siye but enya MPP nti KJTIA na esi wo no. Sebio na nka oso ye ne say KJTIA no etibia na omutim no yenhwe omotibia ho ne yemfansi KJTIA no. KJTIA is an ultra modern facility. Enti kwasi ampanyi we no ena meka je say yeni asantefo akamfo de bi MPP no yenim the difference between governance and chieftaincy. Enti ama politicians no more MPP mu si ejimi na ye den na bema tenten gram wa beti say shu abetina wo say KJTIA no ya anye ne ye. People at KJTIA, Asantefo mu ye adwuma KJTIA, they are not ready to make sure they maintain the facility. It is not about yedi nyoma ba ontia say yedi nyoma ba o sanka nyoma na yedi frisrema eguma na nkede be wura shop nanim na ye egum na say tukọ ona na asase asantenye kwa asase say no wo enti ontia se ohun se KJTIA krampo no it wasn't done well. The KMA Ewokumason, they are failing to maintain KJTIA. And yet John Mahama ni NDC and Asantefo hum market say that. In fact, let me tell you, the sub-Saharan Africa had market bienwa a brain KJTIA. in terms of technology and knowledge that was put into building that edifice. By politics, Jimmy Yenti. Ya sante samni bi Jimmy Yenti. Ya dream say, amambo no ahin yenti yenti asie. Eti saa kwa we ya man time eno de Jimmy abetena TV so say kejetia no nya project bia na nka osanka omutu make sure say trucks de aduane ba etumi ne nemua na be pack omu keje na nka ose yenhwe omusu ene omu ban ene sibia no omu ba omu bra na ye fansi kejetia no enti time na omu dwonso kora bem na omu nananom ne omu maame aba ma han mu tete patase no anka mahama no omu be si kejetia architect ne fa koraban tare obi ade ho architect in creative kwaya ka bia ba ba yi nyome go bia dan wo kejetia on tiasie say people have to offload their stuff and find ways to bring it to the issue here is there are more efficient ways to transport your things when they have been delivered outside to bring into your shop, and it is also another source of employment. And you ne tias antimemu ka say kaya ye fo mba no mo ye mmoa entafo ye nkwasiafo ye ba nya nyome ne de so aso omo djuma de saying. So you see somebody, because of politics, people become foolish. People become crazy. Mene wa Ghana for plus ahemfo any impenifo mogana dodo no ye hu edifice se kejetia da ewe abrabom. Go to some part of Africa we develop chain, you will see say the John Mahama ye kejetia market no, it can never be underestimated. Now, I mentioned my DB. I don't even want to go far. When I try going far, a bit complicated. Now, this is all right. You're going to mention my DB. It's not mention my DB. I don't even want to dwell on this for now. Now, the next story is this. Now, Ghana seek some. Makacha Ghana for the past 6 years. Oforiata, MPP way, Alan Chamantain, Baumia, Sebio, and Kwasiafo Maka the president or MPP Muno. Me say they have run you down. Now, Ebia Brofu and what TV news on a Sunday, Nipadu Ghana won't tie. You say Ghana's debt stock hits 575 billion. Debt to GDP ratio now 93.5. What you say? What is what me? Also, another newspaper shisha will turn on and be the old buggers. Unniminyansa. Trase. Brown once and I'm in two for. Sa bro for me kind. Mami church them not tia see ne baby Ghana yedu. Yede yen nso no emfa sa wan hjem yen nso no fa sa wan hjem sa nkwase ade ne yede tia. O me Ghana kedu. Omo say Ghana kai da ho sisi ane 575 billion. And akwasi ampenyi we am friend president. And the Jimmy Fowe am na Ghana almost certificate in fake. And that this I wanna be intelligent people. And that the so-called we have the men, and that the so-called ignorant Baumia sebio achimfonia santifobi using setenia buabaji to me. Eka omajiri egu ono no. Sa ban we mu anipa say oh mama yetumi ye de animnyansa cha ekufuado Alan Chamanche say oh 6 years ne de na menim say yenyina ne yejimi ba say de animnyansa cha ekufuado ba o me say oh me na me the head of economic management team na me de mabedru ha 575 billion montuma me de say me wo say animnyansa cha ekufu inti say and the MPP no bi animnyansa cha ekufuado into some tia say in the first place no ba sa no mutimi yejimi for because ye nya nipa nyansani ba akoma na nka say dabi Bas in 2021, Mami Sinfrim because Jimmy Nechi. From 2017, Jimmy Nechi, yes, Mamutim, and with our Koyo Chibas, or Jimmy. Mudu ano atoyo got. Now they are bottle let you know they are no more di. Mokwa no jina no kwa Jonso, na Jimmy for Mugu chile. Baby also arrested as a driver, no unrested, no down dress or down drive it, na or dozy off, na or skipping off the road. Na Nkwasia for Buina Mutim. Muko do krom say driver the obo your driver way de nyame de ben no driver way pa de okwa sorry o driver wo de be matintin ankwasiafo na munyam guba asenim obi antuma hunyansa in 2020 and 2019 2018 to say no driver way Jimmy for and there driver ne de bus na kwhye KVIP mu no munyina mo piepie free bus say ye de animnyansa che driver yi enti momma ye no momuntwi car no driver ne de nka say munyina eku obi awie Now, Ghana's debt stock hit 575 billion. You see, Ghana, it drew 575 billion. Now, debt to GDP, and the Ghana, say you see 100 Ghana, more say be omunte brofuna, and you memoir, mamin simple. And that's all you Ghana sika. Oh, that's all you 100 Ghana, near Casa Ghana sika ni 100 Ghana. And the coup for them, Michemuno, when you're John Mahama. Ain't baby, I do no, Mumma yem blame MPP, yem bo MPP din kasa. Mumma kasa MPP asai maino, kwa siampenyi bien wobetu efre MPP abedi ni me ye frisa enkwasumwe mu. That is the language. Sana wasa ye kasa. Mahama 6 years ni obi atwa Mahama ene ne NDC 6 years ni waje eto obi afri obi aho. Eye MPP we nkwasiafo mu di enim. Omo na 6 years omo di enim aka chese bibia ye okay. Now send we Ghana ni na wo hweme. Now so we 100 Ghana. This is what is going to happen. Emu 93 Ghana. Yafa 500 chain. 93 Ghana ye ka. After what ya we picture ni ye. Inti Ghana ye dwetre 100 Ghana. Ye sika da ho nyina no. Yafa say 100 Ghana. And then ye de tonyama, ye de bi didwa, ye de bi fa nyoma, ye ne abro amanfo ni edi nsa wo so a ye busy ye sika dwetre da ho. Yafa say 100 Ghana. And they could for the budget my way under 6 years old. 6 years. And there's a Otam Ghana 100 Ghana says say nyina ye dwetrenia. Ghana ka e wom no e 93 Ghana. Dia ka na ye yesika e da ho. What to wash me? Okachem say MPP are better managers of the economy. Kwasia, wejimi school no corner saying me a test pick, me a test con. I'm in Legon, I'm in Central University. How do you measure this? How do you call yourself an intellectual? How do you even consider that I still want to give power to this same government, these same people, these same idiots to run the country to 1 billion? What do you mean? School no corner saying. How do you school now no? I feel shy when I hear people sit on TV and say, yes, NPP are better managers. How do you even quantify this? How do you even make such a statement? I didn't say what me free one ba. Enye jimina we jimia. Do the maths. MPP Ghana, the whole Ghana ye be free MPP basis na ekase ne daho. Why are we allowing ourselves to be fooled by these fools? Why are we allowing ourselves for this to happen to us? Politics, enya hinio. The biame catch them in your for politics is not chieftaincy. Politics is straightforward governance. Now, yanko enim time no day for Agege boys. Bawumia said, and I quote Bawumia, he says, Africa needs between $130 billion and $170 billion annually to bridge its infrastructure gap or whatever. Now, I quote, Africa needs between $130 billion and $170 billion annually to bridge its infrastructure gap and generate sustainable growth at 5% per annum or more. Now, this presents immense opportunities for the private sector investment. He noted, end of quote. Bawumia said, someone study Bawumia very well. More munim politics, mbechon Bawumia tactics or uses here. Bawumia team na catcher and say, there's too much on him. Statements, utterances from him na a yentro. So the strategy is don't talk too much. Don't be too emphatic. Speak vaguely. Do not promise. Because Bawumia's weakness, our personal president said, there's too much shit on him. He said too much. He lied too much. Into the team na catch and said, Ghana's economy, even though you are the boss of the economic management team, don't speak on it. So I realize Bawumia has refused to speak on the very thing that made us vote for him to become vice president. Bawumia Jumanyina is simple. 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16. Ghana fought to my MPP by way, all because Bawumia catch Ghana for say. Monya eye okpo president. Me are very intelligent when it comes to management of our economy, finances. Adwene bedam bitirimu no se mo maikufu ade president betane chia mo ho nkyere mo da IMF mu ko bi da minimnyansa chen John Mahama minimnyansa chen the whole NDC inti Ghana for se Ghana no monje kwasiato ende yakada he nipa na ye di Ghana ema no because ye gin se onim sika ntotoye or you economically wise or to me take decisions bia ema Ghana enko IMF ema Ghana sika some and say. And the Nipan say he's refusing to speak. So why are you keeping these people in government? Because we didn't be. Baumia Chere say you don't need an economist to be the vice president of Ghana to succeed as a nation. We don't. John Mahama so in the other way has proven say you don't need a president who is supposed to be an economist to know that when you come to the Ashanti region, their breath and I said their bile is what? Trade. I need to build one of the best edifice so that it helps boost that economy. John Mahama did not go on your economist. John Mahama applied common sense. John Mahama looked at Ghana's weakness and Ghana's things you can do to benefit it, to submerge that weakness. Baumia Magana for Betia say nobody should come stand in front of us and say me economist into Tomame. We don't need that again. Baumia has taken us to the point where we say you need people who are visionaries, people who can think, people who are not robots and zombies. We don't need liars. We only need people who can say this is Ghana. 30 and over million people in here. What do they need? They need water. I'm going to Mampong to build water for them. That is what we need. Baumia Amaye will say ye here obi a Bank of Ghana to run Ghana. Because the economic management team, Baumia be able to say it is not important and not to me the basis to pick somebody to lead this nation. No. It should not be our basis. It does not matter third force, fourth force, fifth force. You need somebody who has common sense. Common sense, say, you know what? I've seen something here. I think my people, they really need some change here because this specific place, and efficient. What again can I create for almost 1 hour? So basically, you hear Obia or your leader, Onimnyansa, to sit back and say, I don't need to have a PhD in economics. We don't need the economic management team. This was built by John Mahama. This is Kotokraba Market. Majority of the people around the Cape Coast area, it's fishing. We saw how Kotokraba was and how it is now. We need somebody who has common sense, who can sit back and say, I have 16 regions. What can I do to affect every region? We need somebody who will sit and say, it's not about spitting grammar. It's not about borrowing an accent. It's not about people making people think, say, when you know economics, you can govern. No. John Mahama Mia who say, when somebody comes today with a long CV and telling you, say, oh, you're economist, they can lead Ghana. John Mahama who says, Jimmy, they cannot think practically to invest in the lives of the people. John Mahama Mia who say, Bawumia, Alan Cash, they don't have the basic vision to lead. Because if John Mahama can sit all the way in Accra, or free Bamboy and say, you know what? I have looked at Elmina. I know they are human beings there. I know mostly they are fishmongers, mostly are fishermen. What can I do to change their lives? This is what John Mahama does, and he does it efficiently.
To attend the commissioning of the Commander Sugar Factory. On this occasion, I wish that my comrade and mentor, Professor John Evans Atta Mills, was here with us because the dream started with him. The revival of the Commander Sugar Plant was one of the major planks of our Better Ghana agenda. The inauguration of the Commander Sugar Factory will provide jobs. It is estimated that in full production, this project will provide direct and indirect jobs to an estimated 7,300 people. The current plant we see here is a 1,250 ton per day mill. It means it's 250 tons bigger than the original plant that was here. So the capacity of this factory is 25% bigger than the original plant that we had here. The resultant effect of the close down of these sugar mills was that our country became totally dependent on imported sugar for domestic and industrial consumption. And so as I speak, every single cube of sugar, every single grain of sugar that we eat here in Ghana is imported from outside. Commander is going to change that. It is my honor and my pleasure to declare the Commander Sugar Factory duly inaugurated.
As simple as that. John Mahama has shown what Ghana for. You don't need titles to think. You just have to be human. You have to apply common sense. Look, sit back, analyze. You need to know life, how you can affect their life. And that is what a leader does. It's not a leader coming with a piece of paper saying, I went to read some book so I can rule you. It doesn't work like that. A leader is somebody who can think for his people and make sure every single decision he takes benefits them currently and also in the future. That is why you need to be a visionary. That is why you need to take a decision that it might hurt today, but tomorrow your people benefit. That's why today, Free SHS, which is the only half-standing policy of this government, was started by John Mahama. They need to give credit. John Mahama sat in Ghana and just sat there and said, what is happening in Accra? This is the capital. How many hours do you take? A minute do saying how many hours? And a farmer free circle. How many minutes? And they take you from circle to go to Medina. You need the free flow of air and traffic to be able to do business efficiently. Kwame Nkrumah circle besiwo. Governments have come, governments have gone. But somebody who thinks President Odjini Oniminyansa enye grammar enye certificate, it is about thinking, analyzing your people, asking yourself, what do they need? Sitting back and say, when I do this, is their committee going to be short? Obiti eye pokuase na oye adwuma wo Accra Central another circular or the 4 hours na be adwuma se me twa time we so na obetuma be adwuma ntem ni sika be koso ene fa economics. So the president sit and say, let me make the flow of traffic easy so that people can have more time at work, sell more goods, make good money, and go back home in short period to take care of their family. Sano bua manipano indirectly, oma bra bomu sesa. Because if I'm going to spend 4 hours in traffic, I'll say, sorry, I'll match 5. Every Pokwase, and I say every Medina. Now it taking me 2 hours to get to Circle. My shit, my time, bro, does not consider that as prudent or efficient way of living. If the president beat now, or say, I need to build Accra Road. I need to make sure people get access to a baby easily for them to start business early so that they can make enough money. Because I need para first, okoton a year. Jot okoton Pepsodent okoton eduane was Circle no na o make 500 Ghana on to me make 500 Ghana because about 3 adiyem hyehyɛ no opɛ de car kofie because okodi traffic move 4 hours inti nko so nya 500 o nya no nya 300 de bia na ho kyerɛ ho now so nipa nim sɛ metumi de 40 minutes akodu Pokuase a obetre adwuma bu ho 2 more hours and make maybe 1,000 Ghana. Economics then this is the basics. We don't need any EMT economic management team alankojo chiramanten eyo free akoto wini enkwasi asem. These things, that is what a leader does. So John Mahama sat down and said, they will need Pokuase, they will need Circle, and this is what he did when it comes to Pokuase. This is what we're talking about. It's me mo bia me dadao. Say I have been in politics. Me dem mo PhD. Me na me ka kofo ho. Ye de ne kofo na start ye. Ye de ne politics that. It is not how long you have been in politics. It's about how well you can think. Some candidates are better for NPP, but they are not better for Ghana. Obi amfantu ni trim. Some candidates you are seeing, Bawumia, Alankash, Ifriagoto, Kwasiaforo Marikano, they look good to the MPP because the MPP always want dumb people to lead them. But they are not good for Ghana. The reason why they are not good for Ghana is more time. Remember, all these things I'm showing is under 3 years. 2012 to 2015 end. And somebody did this. John Mahama was able to do this, and yes, because John Mahama Yesu, or no see a president, Ekufuado president, on your less time than Ekufuado, any MPP, any Bawumia, any Alankash, any Omo Makenyina. John Mahama spent less time than these people in government. There's 2.5 years more to go. I don't know when you jump boat, and because someone say driver na Jimmy, that better move driver na Jimmy. So Ghana for don't let people sit. No, me can't just say, oh, wait there. Anytime me catch a come for Santa for say, Amemwo enya hinie 2 things montiasie. Yeah, there I come for Santa for ye nso no kofa sa wan shem. Jimmy, utia tax bo 2-4. And the only nsuan wo 2-4 obusa no. And the president to be ba Santa catch kwabre for some kwasiafo monto mame ntia ntidien enyamoya. Muyamun Shamo, say MPP for we boom some ya moi, muya nine, and I'm going santimem. Nipana and Rebin and Uso Suna Oye, Miss Remo, Muyi Bimano, and the Wabetina Conyum, Ascension on Ranakoto Konya, and the Sebio, Bibi Bonotono Wabetina say, Mokabre from Quasia for ye, Mokwa Intia Mobile Ding. And Asantini, Penny Bian to mean Kasai, and Mema Dane, and Quaragu Gudem. And Mema Dane Ma, Adentra, yet the end to me ye and Sono, near fast our shim, inti ye Jimmy Kura near Tim. It's not supposed to be like that. You need a leader. You need a visionary. You need somebody Ojene. Ojene eye echirim ma ho. Obi obetuma kosi school baby a wa adwene ponya so the next 5 years e ho be bie. Into who obi to say Mr. Adair no friend of Professor Adair na we Jimmy. Because when Mahama was building E-blocks, no say Mahama is sitting wurem. And the one wurem mu Ghana. And the E-block ben the sing wurem. And the E-block ben the yesi ani panti baby yesi no. Penyisa na adwene ne woni tim nyansa onibi. Mamo ma yemfa age embumayo. For common sense, understanding, and people who think. Yanti Kroma, Kotoka International Airport. How many years they see war? It took one leader to come and say, this airport was started by somebody I really revere. So as we sit here, Obian to me fan and Sanka Kotoka Manembe world class. It takes a visionary to do that. Adentina yentumi nyina abaya bako obian pontumi makotoka en creating adwuma man ho no ntua no hoka John Mahama tena say kotoka no meye but mama kotoka na nkase tua no hoka memfa burden meto Ghana so eno ye different eno na check the difference between somebody who thinks and a fool who reads books. Mu say obi a how to become a millionaire onye sikampom publishing mu bi da. Mu say obi abegina ka ho ka dem say matro book how to become a millionaire the other beto kokwa anum kro ni bi. It is not the books you read, it is not the economics you have gone to read, some white man has given you some stupid books to read. It is about you applying common sense first, thinking about your people and how you can help them immediately and in the future. It is John Mahama Tanaka say Kotoka should be able to pay for himself. These are the kind of leaders I support. I want to be president because Ojini. And no book, no Obia can book. Everybody can read, but who can think? So this is what John Mahama did when it came to Kotoka International Airport. this is what we're talking about. We ni eka ho asem. Alankojo Chamanti jina asantime mu jina swame. Eka kire swame for say omo ba be ye swame 6 years ni. Alan Chamanti ne djuma na oso ya so dua hwede na Commander Sugar Factory ye djuma. Alan Chamanti ne djuma nya din simple job. Odi ba omi ejimi no ho ya te ase ba omi ane ne kwasan kwase odi esi dua hwede keke. Jai bibia na make sure so when investor wa ma Ghana for edua hwede ma Sugar Factory ni ye djuma. Alan Chamanti ntuma anya 6 years ni and on our santime mu kuta 500 convoy. O se asantifo mo jimi ntimo ntuma me ye ntumi nyi ye nsono ne ye mfa nsa ma nhyem nti ye ti jimi mu. And sa ni atene mu ma meka be nkyira asanteman. Me, I don't care whether you like me or not. I don't care whether you like NDC or not. I don't care whether you like John Mahama or Eteninti. But at least John Mahama kyerɛ me ade ba ko asanteme ma wa ya. Sɛ John Mahama ka kyerɛ me sɛ oba power 2 years obetumi esi swame a obetumi esi. Who can deny that? Who can contest that statement? I can put my life on the line. Say John Mahama oba power 2 years obe left swame. Why in the betuma challenges our statement in Ghana? Alankojo Chamanti oni Akufo-Addo ene Bawumia ene Kennedy Nkwasiafo amaka be ka kire mo se swame omo ba be no eye industrial hub automobile hub the whole West Africa obia beba swame ebesia block back mpo ento ye. John Mahama the president from 2012 as president commander in chief to 2016 less than 5 years. John Mahama the media change na oyesanyama we nyina less than 4 years. So John Mahama Kacho said, give me power and I can build Swami in 2 years. The whole of West Africa will come there. Car party be about Swami. Actually, what Jimmy na unjindi. So, your analysis na fe what na ho. Pass on hoshe. Ya sentinia ka say, "Ba me son hwe. Ma me tuma Mahama na me hwe se besia, obe shock o because why be da." MPP ni be betuma be gina Swami na ka say besi Swami. So ugidi na we Jimmy. And then I make catch up someone separate a yet governance from a yet chieftaincy. Ahinie enyamambu yemfa mbuman. Ahinie ye kiti ye ntua to ma ahinie ye tua eto ekode a ye omambuom a ye governance me say opa deme onemembeti metro Mahama yan hwese Mahama betuli 2 years esisuame Mahama me the less than 3 years esisa anyoma wonyina Segleme housing. Last, you see, Kofi Quarantine TV, you say it's a bad project. Mr. Kofi Quarantine, one kasa, ebia ya saw, na wa unhu baby obeja onai. We na ope third force, we best be Ghana force no. You don't see Segleme as a projector that needs to have that national attention and the government needs to make sure, say, Segleme is put to use, then you don't deserve to even stand for assemblyman in Ghana. Me say, obi also ditchim. Oya Santini, Ochrintafo Koko Matiasie, or time Mahama can surprise you in 2 years, or be left to Swami. So I'm saying, Mahama see a whole 1,500 houses. We see a whole Pokwasi. We see a whole Legon, UGMC. We see Rage. Mahama see all schools around Ghana. Mahama to a cheap compound. Mahama to me, Mahama be at NDC to me be a whole oil rig. NDC. They were making about 20,000 barrels a day. Time at NDC. So at a Mills time to Mahama time, I would be a whole new oil rig. Now you're making about 20,000 barrels a day. Today we are making over 150,000 barrels a day. Oil sick and away. You see the gold, the kwakwaji oil. Into oil now you to know way. This is what John Mahama and then the NDC did at a Mills time. Watch this.
Thank you very much. As President of the Republic, I wish to congratulate all the partners who have worked together to make this possible. It's been a long journey, but a very fruitful one. I remember from the period of, after the discovery, the period of negotiations, the haggling over the POD, I had to intervene several times, and I had to, on some occasions, lock up all the partners and ask them to agree before they emerged, from the room. And I'm happy that eventually they concluded the POD at the time that we did, because it was very timely. If that had not been completed when it was done, before what we all know has happened, probably this project would not be a reality. And so it's one of the few developments still coming on stream because we got the timing right. I know there are other developments that are slightly on hold, because of the current world environment in respect of crude. And so I want to thank all the partners who worked on this project. And then also to note specifically that local content in these projects continue to increase. Compared to Jubilee, which was a very fast-track development, we didn't, have an eye for local content. But in this particular one, it's been quite deliberate, quite focused, and much of the work that went into this FPSO we're currently on was done locally in Ghana. I'm also happy to note that in respect of human resource, we've come a long way. There are many local faces, working both onshore and offshore to make this project feasible. And so today is a great day for all the partners. As I got out of the helicopter, I said it's one tiny step for the president, but one great leap for Ghana and for our partners. And so I wish to encourage you to continue to work hard. And I'm sure that Ghana's hydrocarbon prospects are very bright. I believe that the setbacks in the world oil market are temporary, and that we'll see a recovery sooner or later. That will give a fair price, both to producers and an affordable price to those who use the products from our petroleum industry. So all partners, I want to congratulate you. And so thank you very much. God bless you. God bless the Professor John Evans Atta Mills.
That is it there. It is a John Mahama band, then Obekachiro say, I can build Swami in 2 years of my 4 years. Why should I doubt him? Sometimes we say, hey, I did a John Mahama 2 years, I'm under 4 years. Yes. Uni vishna, untumi nye. Unim nyansa, untumi nye. And your PhD ne kuta, the PhD in here, and you'll be woman or cocaine ye. And your politics are what name watch where the kufu check 20 years at the Salan Kasha, and your Nyansan, only Nyansan a day, and I want to mean, it's not about how long you have been in politics, how long you have been in MPP. It is about you having that basic rational common sense to understand what your people need. So we need Sadiana, we can change parties and change government years upon years. We will still not get results. We will not get results. It's about the thinking. And you'll be an adjenia yede jene. Obia wo nyansa yede kasa, but enye obia na wo adwene a yede dwene. They are two different things. Inti man na hon kasa politicians are the same. If Ghana anke ruling by 12 years, and John Mahama ruling Ghana 12 years at this pace under 4 years, no more yeah, uni be anke wo. It is not about where do you mikro ni. No, I want you to think, and the more swami. Say MPP bejina mo ni because say yeah ba be yes swami na obo unsema we Jimmy. But I can put my life on the line and my production and my credibility. Say John Mahama promises Swami for say I can change Swami in 2 years. Jesus Christ, he can do it in less than 2 years. You know why? Because records no. Because the records are there. These were the things I'm not Ghana for. I expect to say Anka NDC can want some. They thought to say they were doing so much. Ghana for Nimnyansa, Dabi, NDC. Ghana for CBA Etieno. Every day you have to be on us because you really fear the entem and John Mahama catch them no. You have short memories. Monjene adia won che kakrebi na murefi and it's na MPP who any account for a tumam do say ye moi. Because ye ni adwene nkwa chire nche. the ebedi ni nkwa na yedwene ho eni ntina John Mahama ka say mumme nya abutire na yen insunsanso a beba nti yen dwene nkwa akire mama ye remfi nyoma nche ena ofu bi kwatena TV so John Mahama say Ghana was short memory. It is true, you have short memory. Ya adwene no ya adwene ade ho ade chane refi yen kai asante nkai yen akamfo yen kai obi boy na ye ewu kura yen kai ye ungrateful majority of us. I swear to God, setani na tuma yesa anyuma we nyina wasantemem na se still ya na wotia asantemem adwen se amemwo eye ahini a na sebio ye ne dodo no ye jimi. And it's a fact. It's me no, I will never doubt John Mahama send oba santememu ebe ka kire say, you know what, I say I will build Swami. Why na MPP will be to make John Mahama boa hwana me pe nipa bako, and these communicators should let them understand. Say John Mahama can obey Swami in his second coming. God willing, John Mahama can take less than 2 years to build Swami, 10 Swami. Monko temahabo. John Mahama dey juma no ho. You have seen a temahabo. John Mahama na ye. In some less than 4 years. So sit there. Swami so saying, Swami, what? Dear John Mahama, dear Swami to my John Mahama own to me build this Swami. Ask yourself, or say chairman sabos with him 27 years. Jantra for the audio monk. Swami, who do I say, bolaso. It is not a hinio, a mine a politics of benefit, dear many free a memonum, and no here. Dear na mwa santi for many free a memonum, more mokotuma MPP, when you say, me make us say, Montuma John Mahama ne NDC, San your mana, Sebio Kwasia for went to me or bet to me a ye. Ba omia me abeti a say enye so beka so oye economist na hu so nim nyansa obetuma kan wiase economic books nyina ofie kura wa hwa wontumi hwe ofie say we common sense ye di buman a enu ntina nde ye wa ha and Kufuado and Alan Cash Alan Baumia and Baumia and aye Free Akoto and Jogate and Kennedy Jimmy Ford Jimmy Ford we nyina wo mo part no enguyo aban no nguyo aban no 2.5 years more to go kwasi afọ we nyina se Kufuado we Jimmy yankwa ne enim nyansa montoma ye kire we Jimmy na woye MPP ni ne na obusa ho se nsesi ano me koto ma obi abedi manim akoye den busa ho sa question no omoba MPP fo no ba Ghana fo amutie mi nkurase ya musa se nti yangi sika ne ensan kotoma mo na mo ba ye no galamse ekoso ese na mo na mo ye galamse yensan kotoma mo na Ghana eka mabo egu mo nsan bo bi nka ho yene yensan kotoma mo na election from na mo etuo mo nka kiro mo se ye ma na mo bo mutuo na mo gisika na munni montuma NDC montuma John Mahama sebio John Mahama onye Yesu Kristo but kakra wa ye no. But they want to me aye within a space of bare 3 years no ekese John Mahama o nyansa ye dibu mine. And you need to get it straight. Mema obimbe dadao. Don't let somebody sit somewhere and tell you say Joma and the opa ochinama NPP communicators better TV so those on social media. Neka chom say tell me one thing ubetimaka say omo mpesom contest Mahama nyina omo wa Mahama ni modern. Omtumi ma answer. Alan Chemantin oka say adentina Alan Chemantin obetime lead Ghana change John Mahama so Alan Chemantin on ekofo na nam wati osi dey catch them at the kodienti amenkotuma Alan Chemantin so be president so na Alan Chemantin nim dada Alan Chemantin ekofo ba you know a minister Alan is a minister dear na chess Alan ye papa change John Mahama Alan so on kasa Alan dey oneko for the namo dear na ma chess John Mahama juma ye na Alan betuma ye bia bros because Alan ye dey Commander Sugar Factory man otumi podua hwede ene dey say hia ade dey entumi twa enso ntungu ne enkofa asawa nhyem ne Jimmy na bete chere me ade kodienti abaomia oye papa change John Mahama na say baomia dey oni economic whiz kid na the Ghana sika some da sen ono na head EMT o say ai na enne Ghana sika some way never for $1 na dollar no was saying under Baumia. That is how you assess the level of intelligence of Obia or person obedi so the Obeka Baumia say we breaking the 8 only message only anything these people want to be president they can stand in the box with John Mahama they know they don't have it into their career intro aza intro kasetia John Mahama yeteni, and that is the message today. Yen twan Toronto no so. Inti sa ubusa critical questions are omunya hu de meka oh na free yakoto or so be the president no oh na say on John Mahama say dey free yakoto ayo politics man e betuma compare John Mahama tell me oh planting for food and jobs enye free yakoto no so edua aduane ma na buso anko fa aduane be anya board enko no de bae over 1.5 billion free yakoto ntumi nche bebia wodua board ye kwase away na and odere be compare John Mahama level of thinking and leadership oh Joe Gatti Jogate na Jogate de be matenti wo hu ni simu gire aisa tratatai an Jogate no kakofo ho de o mekare no kakofo na kofo na nkasa na de do ba fie afi wo hu mo politics no mo ye no tero mo de na sankofo wo nyina members be Kennedy dim because we jimi Kennedy on GDP ase oh Kennedy Japan na Kennedy Japan de no nonsense so aha Kennedy Japan catch the Ghana for say yenkuntafo nku awonafo kwase ampanyi wo medi Ghana so Canada Japan Jina TV so ka say journalist onyana de obibe ni bia onkunu ntontwiro betua boka say kwase we bedi Ghana so Canada Japan ka say yanko hye mahama onu Canada Japan na wadwe gugum no kwase afo Christopher te Ghana say we de kasta na ye kana no wadin Canada Japan otwe we tumi tena TV so di mahama atem wa wo se preko ne ma wo ya MPP ni ahunani wo ya MPP ni tani say make two primaries ama Canada wo ya boa oni Johnson difference nim because say enye that time John Mahama mo muti abemo munim nyansa ankasa nkwase ase wako kan say o declare war against wan entafo ene awonafo ro anka Ghana guye kwase we ende ne sinyina ahye ne more say eku abegina say because wo hu say ejimi fo no dosu wo MPP mu Kennedy de yentuma no Kennedy Japan na yire koje contract wa ban mu di sika na yebusa na o so ode the yire use sika na nti de Kennedy Japan credibility be no wo ontumi kan tiase ya drilling na adwim Jimmy we has no credibility Kennedy Japan mun ko ni krom na mun ko hwe de waye no krom ansa na mato aba ama no delegate mu ya moa MPP delegate mo Jimmy mun nyina dodo mo Jimmy sache ma untumi iti MPP for no redeem semponche 27 years in parliament mun ko fosu he cannot point to a clinic obi be ye chip compound say make sure it works kwase ato we nam Ghana ni krom kwan kro ntumi nyeye uko hu nipa ofosu center asa boa Jimmy, the most foolish people in Ghana today, MPP delegates, they always choose the obvious side. Jimmy, every time. Now, yanko yenim, didim. I think I will tell her. Now, it's exactly 5:35 p.m. First episode in 2023. Masa, Yanko Bibiao, I'll be right back.
Because the president had promised, he had criticized me of having high electricity and water tariffs. He said when he comes, he's going to reduce electricity and water tariffs. And when he came, he did. residential consumers reduced by 17.7%, non-residential consumers by 30%. Now, what he forgot is that the state utilities in Ghana, are state-owned. And so if you reduce that tariff, those were commercial tariffs, if you reduce that tariff, you create a deficit. And that same deficit is a liability on the state. You have to find money to pay it. And so they did that, and the utilities all ran into debt. And eventually that debt of the utilities has come back to haunt this government. So recently they increased by 22% electricity. Then recently, just I think starting February, another 29% increase. So what was the use of that 17.7% decrease? By now would not have had to increase by this much. Then the worst one was during elections. They gave free water and free electricity. And so free water, free electricity. And I think it was Kwesi Pratt who said, hey, this free water, free electricity, it's not free. Someone must pay it. And I'll be surprised that if you are called to pay it, as soon as the elections were over, 1% COVID levy. He said, what is it for? He said, to pay the free water and the free electricity.
Right. So it's clear. The Eben and say somewhat here. Nipa omudi musu nipa omudi musu. The difference between John Mahama, NDC, and MPP. And we are always going to show you the facts. Yeti kroma no makachire. Say I green book ni a Photoshop. Nyoma mache unyina a video. Nyoma mache unyina they are videos. And yes say ebia baby na I'm trying to find one video to show you. Nyoma mache wa hanyina videos. Intano busa ho say so what made you? I'm trying to find a video to show you guys. The system is not allowing me to do it. You get it? It's a moment here. It is not a hinie na yedio, and as a mine na yebu, a buying a governance. So let's get serious. Untumintina Ghana now for be Bodamini this Kennedy, a whole political party. Oh my God, Dentina Okotoma Kennedy. Kennedy does not understand GDP. And I Mahama catch them no. First no, e biam so me neutrals. Ye de emfa hunje politics catch Ghana ni bia oba abse fa hunje politics. That is what makes you a Ghanaian. So one for hunje politics na kwase abedi so ntina de wo hu de esi. So one for hunje politics one kasa. Wo ya ho say we neutral. Neutral who neutralize wine. Who neutralize ama wine. Neutral who gina he. And the individual bondholders, neutrals, and the yes, no, neutral be your kasa. Yes. It also what yes, say, so one kasa, now I will say, media mania politics. When you don't do politics, fools will rule you till you die. Over bread. It's my catch them say, between the NDC and the MPP, no, the gap is wide. Nobody in Ghana, in the NDC and in the MPP or what reason will be to lead Ghana today, especially where they have run this country to. I'm telling you, John Mahama has always been the savior of Ghana when it comes to rescuing us. When it came to infrastructure rescue, from Atta Mills to John Mahama took the baton from Atta Mills and he lifted the space or the pace. Atta Mills started a good job. Tema Harbour, Atta Mills started your commander that initiated. John Mahama took the baton from Atta Mills, may he so rest in peace, and he made sure, said the vision, he continued it, and he proved to his predecessor, may God rest, keep his soul, that he can do it. And that is what we need. Every time we are a country as Ghana, what deficiencies, there was some places, health sector, John Mahama came in, he saved the health sector, housing sector, John Mahama came in, he saved the housing sector. We need leader, and when economic messiah, when economics in United to me to and for also. Economics we are seeing now from Alaji. Nasa to me for buta who 2 years, not the bia bibita or toa, if I saw better economics. You need to understand. Ye booma the nyansa nebu and your accolades and your titles and your certificates. Ye the nyansa ne booma Obana or what for sooner Sebio MP kwasi ampeng na 27 years Sebio ende ne baba anyima na anado 12 awokana or pe baby in the bana kwana yesi chip compound no sa obana na John Mahama edwene no Sa Obana na NDC as a social democratic party no edwene ho eni tina JJ Rollins by no say obi ahia kanea se ne be ya mason welder hairdresser bia be ya ita JJ started rural electrification expansion Where a social democratic party, ni party de hiomo ne hiomo. San kwasiafo they want things for themselves. Into ko MPP mu na emu achiche adentira kwasiafo bi di sika na kwasiafo bi di moko. And that is not how we can build a third world country. In Kofo we can kwasasemo we are seeing na ende Mugabe asarchida kono wen. Wa say Paul Adomo Chijina TV so wa wote asenkregwe kurase. Onimo ukromo onim ho ni gay sama oyero ne nkran o onom ne jolt ne drugs no obowia ono at the end of the day Kufuor Adoma Paul Adomo Chiri ejuma wo airport e na ogigi sika yetua ne kachem bosumi bi oji over $10,000 into Ojina TV so okachira so to make Kufuor because Kufuor for the juma because when we say wa otilego na so no we jimi because ono at this point you know ye Kufuor Adoma full-time job enye Kufuor nko onye ejuma da Paul Adomo Chiri ejuma be na oye. But when we Ojina TV so I can say NDC for change your leadership now NDC change your leadership of parliament does it affect the GDP of Ghana? So NDC change Haruna change Muntaka change your leadership our parliament does it affect say ebema GDP no dollar number form? It will not. Enti omo change mu adwene omo hene communal sante kwasempa yin otowo we nyina esie hia no kusibu atemu kromfo onyo yenkohwe NDC reshuffling if the NDC decides to reshuffle all their MPs and the Ghana GDP ho ben enti then a journalist to me tinase ka say you know what something like this journalist in Ghana then a journalist in Ghana to me tinase ka say something like this it is not important. So let's discuss Muntaka, Haruna Idrisu, leadership of the minority on my changes. I had then a nipatimbetina radio say, let me spend all the time on say ye changing leadership. Abra, a member of the trustee, the cathedral, no trustee, no secretary. Our identity, double identity, ya Ghana card about dangerous. Abra, conflict of interest has come out. This man was paid millions to supply toilet papers. And no need here. Journalist in Ghana and only here on my hand communal sante and only here no and only here obi the here on say yan can check Ghana for say NDC for changes na NDC for omde Haruna Eba no ombe party che obi time NDC Muntaka ne Haruna Eba no omo bebo omo to powder wo keje tia ka say ye be change ma Haruna Aba into NDC changing the leadership front. Why should we ignore the fundamentals, the basics? Dear Ghana, and here Ghana, why do we ignore it and center on NDC changes? Because someone would say, Jimmy. Because someone who say, Omo party no egu, Omo who say, Omo MPP no the buy no, Nkwasia for party no, Nkrantia People's Party na, and the Omo di no. Omo who say, NDC no is a formidable party. Omo nya bibia nka biom. Inti de hia wo no de hia wo akosia mo ako de hia wo atechia no wa wo hia oboa every aban ho na ende o sika wo to bank eye wo investment o pension na aban na efa no eno na hia o mo every say omo se governance no omo hu ni se ahenie omo ahene kobna sante ne fu se de yede no kwaje collection e wo Uzbekistan no ono de hia no MPP bekoso wo bond na ye age no wo sika no interest no emfa no ho adentia ontwa ne nso no enyi ne nso no emfa sa wanhim into wadani jimi obi adani jimi Paul Adomo adani jimi okọ asempa okọ eye inshira omuguo bebre adentra ye ntumi ntwa ye nso no engu emfa sa wanhim into ye fidi omo toilet kra they will eat the toilet and itina things like this a member of parliament doing his oversight job na yakofa pastor and the National Cathedral sika yedi ensa bom pastor oteso asaji COVID-19 sika di no mayenka ho asem into unya a Christopher a sebio yene dodo no ye jimi nti ye twan gold wo heaven COVID-19 sikana ye bob besia gu ye nyina etiri so no sa pastor we company agimu sika di. The main thing we need to be discussing is why is this pastor Kusibuati o say ya obstetrics so one why is he still working with his hard ass? Why is this guy working with his hard ass in Ghana adan ye jimi? Where did journalism go? How did we lower the standards? Who cares about the reshuffling of the NDC? Who cares? I care about Ghana Sika. I care about COVID-19 Sika. I care about Obi and the pension and then Kwasiafowe, AJ free himself. That is what a journalist should care about. That is what is supposed to be your topic. That is so supposed to be your stress. But Jimmy, Because omo ready a check. Kwame Sefa kan nim say omo mutie no dodo no sebio they cannot differentiate between governance and chieftaincy. Into abetena wa yenka NDC asem. The issue is NDC can decide to collapse their party today. Why never save Ghana economy no? That is the most important question here. Who is coming to save the Ghanaian economy? We have leadership. Why should we be caring about NDC change in leadership in parliament? Why? Abra, we have things like these. These are things we cannot just sit and ignore and concentrate on Muntaka and Haruna. This is something Ewosanka and the journalists be on TV is calling for the arrest, the prosecution of people who mismanaged our COVID-19 funds. And Kobiti says, Sophia Kufu, today, she is being interrogated. Sophia Kufu, former CJ. And this woman who is in charge, she is in charge of the money. Sikani nyinaira. Yet krom se ebie nyini no wenyini na wejimia na mabetena asa me paucho sebi. I don't live like that. I'm not an animal. Minya kwasia. See this, section 69 of the Public Financial Management Act muntie where COVID-19 report the Ghana for journalists in kwasia for the be Haruna Idrisu no Muntaka na the Muntaka na Haruna Idrisu party no modia. Yeah, the minority leader. Obi Bobo Obi too proud say you didn't betray. What kind of nonsense is that? We leave the most important issues to sit somewhere. Nankwasia tribal foolishness. It's radio say a journalist. Last me say from Asempa to Peace FM to DND FM. Who can work with any foreign media? None. Now this is COVID-19 report from the Auditor General. It's not a problem in Ghana today. China NDC mra. Now, NDC beba abebuamo because nipa no mudi musono hu so mwajimi. Now, when you read finance lease, now when you read it, it said Section 69 of the Public Financial Management Act 2016 Act 921 indicates that the subject to Article 181 of the Constitution, the Minister of Finance has the sole authority to enter into finance lease agreement on behalf of the government. Now, so oko down wa say no more discover. We observed that the Ministry of Health entered into a 25-year finance lease agreement. But also, a year, the actor say only finance minister or no one the betuma sign lease. Or no one the betuma say may sign lease for Ghanaians to pay that lease off in 20 years. Too, dear constitution, and so Omoba report say they observed the health ministry entered into a 25-year finance lease agreement with QHC Project Limited at a total lease value of 15 million. In 2020, the finance minister paid a bit more. So who gave the health minister that authority to do that? This guy needs to be in jail. That health minister, smoke away, he needs to be in jail. When you look at these things and you don't get worried, and you think, let's brush it away. Yankoka Haruna Idrisu Muntaka, and this for Samaba, what do we get from it? How is it going to change our economy? How is it going to save us? How is it going to help the young one in the next 10, 20 years? Over 1 billion will be inherited as debt. We need to get serious. We use some words sometimes, not because we disrespect you, because you are acting as fools. So we have no option than to use words like Nkwasiafo, Ejimifo, foolishness, stupidity, ignorance, because you are not acting as humans. You are acting like animals, like fools. You are not reacting to matters that are important. Nyoma ehiano, you people, you have deliberately decided to. This is a crime. Now, when you go on, point 99, also say the underlying assets were uncompleted building in Adaklu, in the Volta region, which were managed by QHC Project Limited. The building were to be used as isolation center during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. We noted that the ministry could not use the facility for the intended purpose and is therefore remodeling the building at an additional cost of 20 million. Show the health minister, COVID-19 time, wako elisi eye edang. One, only the right to do that. Two, Olisi Edano 15 million cities. Fine. Edana na uncompleted. Almost say almost 20 million complete dino. Until they basically went to rent an uncompleted building for 15 years, for 15 million for 25 years. And the massacre for Ghana for 20 million say, yeah, they buy the born chance and dying. Yeah, buy yeah. Just say, and this guy is working in Ghana. Yeah, nyanko for free MPP, so me a communicator, me a doctor, me to radio, so I am defending the government. We are boa. We are boa. Jimmy. This is more important. It had an NDC for reshuffling in Parliament becomes the biggest problem. Why is it news? Why are we spending weeks on it? Why has it become the focus? Because majority of journalists on the TV, you know, they just want to lie and protect the NPP. Anytime say two-tier MPP, vote for the NDC. Make sure the NDC comes in. Jail. We are here. When the NDC comes and they fail, we will exert more pressure. So trust me on this. The reason why these journalists are all protecting some of these criminals, it is because they are part of the cartel. So 90% of journalists in Ghana, they are politicians. Now, these are things we need to be looking at. These are things why are we serious about NDC leadership changes in Parliament? Why should it be a topic? Inti abade de Haruna Adrisu Sababaka ye ka edi nyina bekwa na ye be free IMF ana krono ekoso nyina so betwa na. These are questions we need to be asking. Now Osako Auditor General's report na read airtime. These are not issues we need to concentrate on. Ministry of Information, payment of unapproved risk allowance. Kojo Ponkume discard on Namgana nitisa puma. Kekan kwasi asem papa no. Obedi jantra for Maryland obi ankahwe. Yeti ha Kojo Ponkume to Ministry of Information with disca the media, because majority of the journalists of Ghana Obi Kobra Sante, Kwame Sefakai, Eyapola, they are working for this government, you know, and they are being paid, you know. They cannot speak on it. They cannot say Kojo Ponkuma, who is the head of the ministry, should be investigated. Special prosecutor should call him in. They can't say it because he gives them money. He's paying them. They are criminals. They are all thieves. They are working on it. And the be bia ya krono na ya bono ya ni politicians na bono ya be protecting ya be ma MPP atena bemu. And say MPP politicians so be fra bemu. Journalists so man hene, journalists as obi, journalists Poladomotri, Kwame Sefa no Kweku Bakum, almost they are equally scared because omu ni omu ye adwuma bomu. Omu ni say omu call for we to chia, almost to echi. So teamwork. Don't see these people as journalists. They are there to protect Omankasa criminality. And you say now journalists no in some Kevin tell can say because almost your politicians majority of journalists or more Ghana more contract to abemu yentia and PDS Kwame Sefa company Sefa consult and no media services. So they are politicians. Kwame Sefa that are buying board so are buying Tianica. He will not come and tell you say Kufuor say mine because or no equally or to say Kufuor or to say any appointee or to say chromophobia. So they are all protecting each other's ass. And international sometimes we say na Kevin Taylor seminar or no beka yeti asiye other than go forward because or no a politician. Because or protecting who say MPP free power unim the number of journalists or beke jemu unim oma ye beko twin some from one or jail. You have no idea. So when you read Information Ministry update number 5 on measures taken against the spread of COVID-19 coronavirus on 5th April 2020, the President of the Republic of Ghana stated that an insurance package with an assured sum of 350,000 for each health personnel and allied professional at the forefront of the fight has been put in place, with a daily allowance of 150 Ghana being paid to contact tracers. The president also indicated that all health workers will not pay taxes on their emoluments for the next 3 months, that is April, May, and June. He further stated that all frontline health workers will receive an additional allowance of 50 Ghana, 50% of their basic salary per month for March, April, May, and June. The March allowance will be paid alongside that of April. The Omo Kenyan say COVID-19 no President Ankasa tunanum to eka say nurse for na COVID by from say frontliners no obi yare no nya COVID ko hospital nurse ni do behunu first doctor behunu first no abanka say emre bi no omo sika no obo base pay so omo je 100 Ghana sa base pay no osade 50% account obi omo je 150 osa so ka say ekufo do enum o ahye omo say or the insurance bia abe cover omo dwuma say na be dwuma omo ye no omo be insured over 350,000 Ghana for each person. Into UNES COVID-19 timer. Now our insurance coverage of 350,000 Ghana cedis. So by mistake, no COVID, that nurse is insured to make sure any health, any moving forward, she's protected financially, and also to make sure say ejumano any that risky. And a buying side in your the president being a new kai. Now they see say during our review, Auditor General said call a information ministry no. They noted that senior management staff and other supporting staff of the Ministry of Information paid themselves a total amount of 150,500 as COVID-19 risk allowance for coming to work during the pandemic, the lockdown period, contrary to the above presidential directive and without approval from the Office of the Chief of Staff. Into Auditor General also call Ministry of Information who say upon kruma mu de omo nkwa abontini o omo ti office no omo se COVID-19 omo ko adwuma nti omo tia omo ka obia 1.5 billion old Ghana upon kruma campaign in Ghana e hye suit am obi to the constituency we de nyame na de na ba we di usika we jimi upon kruma has not been called by the special prosecutor. The Attorney General has not made any case. So we live in a country where journalists almost say 90% of them are politicians. And what hurts is say nurse for na no mo first respondent sikanomon sanka. Ekufuado to date he has not spoken on this audit report. On kan wasam kwasiatowe yatia betena se Ghana ene papa dia. Inti Mahama de yendi natem Mahama de yembo din kansem na eba sa eye bafan achachawe dia on the enter on yankan is the Ekufuado de na ne papa ye wine. And we need to get serious because we cannot be selective when we want to build this nation. Intimino 2023, 2024, I'm not going to waste my time on a dumb idiot calling himself president because our concern, it does not bother him. A whole president, people have been killed during elections. On count one some ever seen there 2 years to 3 years in 2020 in body patu. Sale le put way, sa dwarf is matching way. Won't twin be na non kase Ghana for kuomo. Omo na mutia tax mame. MPP in kwasi afom nyina person the president obi antumi condemn me. You see where we are today, but you want us to sit here and say, please, we respect adults. Now, penny with Jimmy, no. Why should I? Because they could for the year go for a bomb way to no. You better make me the same way. So why should I come sit here and entertain a foolish leader? I'm not going to do it. Mo Jimmy. So kojo pon kuma na Ghana. Nurse for na nda moto odi mi matter no musika no kojo pon kuma de ko fa jantra for. Ote office wan ko bebia 1.5 billion obia omo management omo che die yete ha special prosecutor ho auditor general ho obia edi adan NDC fo ye changes wo parliament into kwasie bi ni Jimmy abete yen kan NDC asem. Are we mad? These are things that was higher. This is where our concentration should go. Why already so better NDC? The nonsense they are saying on TV, we almost say NTA change Haruna Idriswa. Ekufuado kaso basic 350 senior high school we see. Ye change Haruna Idriswa, but we make a say yanko IMF, ye ko yana yanko. Ye change Haruna Idriswa. Okay, as we sit in Ghana, dollar is saying, when you hear me, Haruna Idriswa ye change no, Muntaka ye change no. I don't care because end to me change dollar no. End to me my dollar number 4. And to me, my napco for a pamunya into your can and to me, my individual bondholders, the sick and ember back. This is what we need to be discussing, forcing them. Omo will say Jimmy. Omo will say Yenya Santo for the Duano. Omo will say Jimmy, you who politics to say ahinie. Now see this. Auditor General's report on COVID-19. We are discussing NDC. Okay? When you look into the report, Agenda 111 bio, remember Agenda 111 video actual. Ushe Auditor General's report ma. Now ba just say I didn't cry so you know why so over so bodam. Now ambulance not delivered. We noted that the ministry entered a contract signed on 15 December 2021 for the supply of 26 Toyota Hiace deluxe ambulances valued at 4 million Ghana cedis, out of which 607,000 was paid on the 2nd of September 2022 to be delivered by January 15, 2022. However, the ambulances remain undelivered as of 28th November 2022. We are in January. You still have the health minister working. Journalists are more concerned about Haruna Idrisu Muntaka. And these if willingly want to change their leadership, they have done. And no, and this is not important. You or Hina Asante, you are not calling for the head of the health minister to be sacked. Because why you are not set. Somebody's been emotional. Somebody Jimmy. There are pressing issues because when you musro abansa contract nketinketi amaji na bebie moto on bebie yedu ya twan man tafo na bam ya twan man wonafo na ba na ye di omatam adentira they are second citizens in moa asiafo mo se de bia sa na beye bo se de bia sa na beye bo se de bia no you look for the low hanging fruit and attack kwasiafo mukromfo asantefo akamfo na di nkwasiasem nti yenko okuda to ablako ne kasa o sensational adentira so fo kromfo bia wi Ghana sika ma yenka abowa. Now 4 million health minister namho hwinsi ye o ka kire me say mema Ghana fo nkotoma MPP na me kwasea 4 million mema Ghana fo nkotoma MPP na me Jimmy Ghana fo etiemia especially swami fo me say mahwe de isi o Ghana John Mahama de less than 4 years na ye John Mahama betumi 1.5 years obe page swami. He will prove you people wrong. Obe kire mo say MPP no enkrante na di omanim. And I know John Mahama can do it. And I'm not just saying this because maybe I'm John Mahama the president because such MPP for you now. It is because he has done it before. And he did more than enough in less than 4 years. I am assured when I do the arithmetics, when I do the calculations, I do the research and analyze. Me want to say in a year and a half, maximum 2 years, John Mahama betuma left Swami. 6 years. Go for into Gata. Or I want to Swami catch them and say MPP they try with where Jimmy. Wait, Jimmy. So now let me speak on the topic of the day. Quick. It's exactly a year 6:04. 30 minutes. No phone calls. Men pick calls. We are able to solve our sound problem. We'll be back tomorrow. Even making sure that tonight we will sit and solve the sound issue. But I want us to discuss NDC leadership changes at Abano because it's important. Ghana 14 you may be say. MPP for Polaromo money Jimmy no mo. It is all because omo person you margin free and some nankasa so. And the yenfa closure, Bronika say yenfa closure to NDC for reshuffle omo no parliament. Just say yenka semnisi yentwa so. Na NDC come together. MPs, whoever, come together. You want power. Don't let some fool make some of you the MPs mo kasadodo. Some of you, the NDC MPs, mama MPP who kwai and momu use and call for against him because you talk too much when there's nothing. Unnecessary talking. Because we've called you into a radio station, don't go there and act as if you are the most wisest person in the NDC. No. There's hierarchy. There are changes that has to be done. People take decisions. In Kwafoni Bimo Kasa, you need to relax. Ghanaians trust the NDC. Some way very, very smart. You know that this is a minor thing. You don't need to even dwell on. You are not even supposed to grant interviews on this. It is our party. We choose what we have to do. We want to do. There are serious things on the table. Now, every day, my fellow brothers and sisters, especially my northern brothers, this is the time you need to educate Ghanaians why some of the journalists are diverting the issue. Their monies are being stolen. You don't just get up, sit on TV and speak anyhow. When your leadership take decisions, they take the decisions in the interest of the party. Time Ghana for NDC for Nyaka change in leadership. Why did you ask for the change? And I want to ask the NDC for any Omo MPs that kasa too much. Mutala, you talk too much. Sam George, you are a kid, shut up. Suhuyini, you are a rookie in politics, shut up. You talk too much. The people have done a lot of damage. They want to use you people to distract the people. Shut up. You cannot have everything every time. You people talk too much. Relax and maintain. The people need some change. They need a party that will show a new face, a party that can instill confidence, a party they can trust. You need to take drastic decisions. It cannot always be you people. It cannot always be about you and what you people want. It's about what the leadership thinks is good for the party. Inti NDC per change, you know. We don't want Ofosu Ampofo. He's a nice man, but we think we don't want to because some things he was supposed to do. Now you get somebody who comes in and say changes has to be done. You are screaming like pregnant women. You people should sit your asses down. I respect you people a lot, but you are making too much noise. This is not supposed to be a national discourse. Experienced politician like you, Muntala, this is not supposed to be something that you make people see you as, hey, where is your experience? You are fighting on chicken neck. There's a cow, and that cow is the MPP. Kill it. That is where your weapons are supposed to go. You don't fight over chicken head. You don't fight over chicken neck. There's a bigger thing for you people to be looking at. Some of you talk too much. Some of you people, I respect you very much, but you talk too much. You give too much to the MPP. Whether you like it or not, Ghanaians have come to accept the NDC. So I'm a Papa Chan MPP. You just have to go by leadership decisions. Now we saw this. There's been some reshuffling in Parliament, NDC 4. And the leadership, you know, those who came in, Atoforsen, Ibrahim, and Kwame. Now, the old leadership, Haruna Idrisu, James Kluche, and Muntaka went out, and 2 were retained. Now, why should this be a big deal? Why should the media see this as the biggest issue? Why do you think the media is interested, the MPP media? Why do you think this is so interesting to them? I don't know, just said they love this too much because they know their party has failed. They know the government of the day has failed. And they know that the NDC has shown that it's a party born out of democracy. It does not matter who you are. The NDC can put you where you have to be in a positive way. Who in their senses will have a problem with the new leadership, thinking the party needs a new kind of leader moving forward? Chairman. Now chairman so ba be dokunana. Ye new executives. Now mo to abano, now mo to executives so omo metina ho ana na ye ntana da mu. Something has to be done. Some changes has to be made. Whether you like it or not, there's a new leadership. The new leadership has what we call plan. They need to win an election. Mameka Bibinche MPs, you know. Those MPs making noise. With all due respect, I respect all of you guys. I don't have a problem with you. You are getting something wrong. Mameka NDC wants power. Your job is to make laws. Now, technically, there are some NDC making noise today. John Mahama had more votes in their constituencies than them. So technically, you people did not even contribute to the 6 million because you fell short of your number. But at the end of the day, NDC lose elections, you know, who were we blaming? When NDC election 2020, in the history of the Republic of Ghana, a president who stepped out of power in 4 years coming back to galvanize 6 million voters, EC, and the Supreme Court, whose name was what our lips. We were blaming the chairman. We were blaming the hierarchy. We were blaming the people up there. But there were some MPs, and there are some MPs. John Mahama, the flag bearer, got more votes than them. Your MPB 60 votes. And that MP will sit today and say, why are they making changes? You could not even help your flag bearer get the same numbers as your flag bearer. Into moral right, Ben Awokrampo to talk about why leadership is making change. Because you can say you blame MP by MP, and the numbers you brought on board, a majority of you will not go back to parliament. Me see, yeah, the numbers by numbers are. If a flag bearer gets more numbers than you, an MP in the constituency, then it means you are not even important. You are not contributing anything to the party. So the NDC as a political party, since Asiedun Ketia he said we need some going forward. Now, some people went to the north, and the reason why people in the north were angry was all because Obi Wakachiro almost say, "Oh, Haruna Iddrisu, you're permanent free Abaimu, you're permanent free parliament." No. Haruna Iddrisu has not been sacked from the NDC. Haruna Iddrisu is still an asset to the NDC. Muntaka Mubarak is still an asset to the NDC. But the party feels and believes that at this juncture, a new leadership in parliament will help. What's the big deal here? Kwesi Pratt is speaking. This is not the best time. When is the best time? You have less than 2 weeks to go to parliament. You are expecting... The people are expecting you to be on your feet, not being distracted by anything. Is it? Are you supposed to wait? Abra and parliament be about changing leadership ana. Yan prime minister no. And the Akufo-Addo's government, there's nothing like a right time. The right time is to take this decision now, and then you go on smoothly. For Kwesi Pratt, a learned man like him, always crying about it is reckless. What is reckless about making a change that at the end of the day, the bigger picture is to win elections? Because the fact of the case in NSA, Muntaka, Haruna, they became unpopular time I'm passing for Riata. The amount of faith and not Ghana for Muntaka, any Haruna, any the other people, the way they fought to bring Alban Bagbin or make him the Speaker of Parliament, and the way they basically, you don't even know the word to use, allowed Ken Ofori-Atta to occupy that position again as a finance minister. That confidence, not only power or NDC leadership anymore, it came down. There was some words, some perception walking around that you people were doing too much business with the MPP. Now the issue is, are you not even happy that perception that could have clouded your political career, today you have been taken away from that position for you to at least get out of the spotlight, for people to know, say, if things don't go the way it's supposed to go, it's not your fault. For somebody to sit and say, NDC changes. It is reckless. And I feel so bad using Kwesi Pratt because and consistently keep saying that. But Kwesi Pratt was never able to say, this day, this month, this year is the time we have to do reshuffling in parliament. No, it doesn't work like that. When Haruna Iddrisu and Muntaka were being brought in, the NDC did not organize a press conference. They did not have a party. They never went to circle. The NDC took that decision, and today they have the right to take that decision. So it becomes so difficult when you give the MPP radio station red meat. You give them red meat. And the more you give them red meat, the more they deflate, the more they distract the people. So we are the ones helping the MPP to lie to the people, distract the people. Now, let's get real here. What is happening now is basic. There's a football club. There is a captain of a team. There's a deputy there. Football club on league season. Oma will say the captain of the team, majority of the referees in the league, the captain is very temperamental. Every time he has issues with some of the referees, some particular referees, they don't even want to see the captain. Now, a new coach comes in. He has been monitoring the team from far and says, you know what, this captain, you're a very valuable player. But baby, you drew 7 games for the league to end. Now, you're a good player, but your relationship with the referee is not around. I see say it is really hindering your chances because sometimes penalty be also referee be because that relationship with you and I say the way you conduct things the referee they have something against you. So me, the new coach, I feel say take the back seat. Let some new ones we can also trust as our team move forward, and let's see if a captain's band in the will be. Because the time now, captain and your obisu no ho nekare say unim bibi. Haruna you young, Haruna you eloquent, Haruna to me kasa, Haruna looks like some young man who can in fact express himself on issues. So what's so for Captain Haruna? Obi anya demonstration was slim. When Haruna was made the leader of the minority all these years, nobody had a demonstration in the north. Into Eden, we see people demonstrate, say, I don't know where Haruna. Haruna himself, on himself, position where you're permanent. He knows. Haruna Iddrisu knows that being the minority leader is not a permanent thing. You can be changed the same way someone was changed and was brought in. The analogy is, oh, a captain, yes, take a back seat. Let somebody lead this game today. The rest of the league, they are the Are you not going to be happy? Maybe some points be a drop here, no. Some team be cry bar. Coach who say, referee who say, new captain, former captain, no, a new captain, no. The referee might. So this decision does not make the captain irrelevant to the team. This decision by Asiedu Nketia and the Council of Elders, no, it is not to relegate Haruna Iddrisu. Haruna Iddrisu is still a very important personality. NDC for here. Muntaka is still needed. But the issue here is currently in Parliament, the new leadership feels, thinks, believes from the experience that a new front will help. So why should people go out there and say you're free NDC? It means you don't even understand party because of ideology type party. So we need to get serious. NDC for you have every time you are close. No man phobia distractable. And I'm going to say this. What has happened in the NDC leadership in Parliament? The leadership that took the decision. Asiedu Nketia ba, that's when to win elections, he will be blamed. Haruna Iddrisu will not be blamed. So Asiedu Nketia to win election 2024. Obia Mba Muntaka din, everybody will be mentioning Asiedu Nketia or a captain. People will mention John Mahama. Abra John Mahama call MPB or say and the Ontiasia constituency John Mahama nya vote chairs MP no. O MP ni kwa technically o krampuru amboa John Mahama. Intend the leadership will make a decision. I don't know sorry kasa because won't to me po amboa John Mahama e man cross 7 million. This is leadership. Whether we like it or not, leadership will take a decision. Asiedu Nketia ba na nkedia wa na wo ha. Dia na nkebeka say extraordinary about his leadership. So Asiedu Nketia, he came. Now he doesn't touch anything and he also sits there. Then why did we all go and say we want Asiedu Nketia just for people to say General Mosquito, General Chairman, or Shabakatari? No, you wanted him to come and make some decisions, take some decisions that at the end of the day you see said there's a new leadership, and where he has touched, it is not a permanent position for anybody. After forcing can be changed next year. After forcing can be retracted and a new person will fill that position. For my brothers and sisters in the north, this is not against Haruna Iddrisu. This is not undermining Haruna Iddrisu. It's a strategy to get the NDC a more personal power. No, you people want the NDC to come to power. You don't want the NDC to take decisions. Then how do you get to power? How do you get to power? And I want to say this. Larry Dogbe, who is the boss of the Herald newspaper, make a statement to me. And honestly, I think it's the best comment so far. Abra NDC for reshuffling way by. I'll say Haruna's silence on reshuffling not helping matters, fueling division. And I think Larry Dogbe has summed everything up. Mr. Kwesi Pratt, you are learned, you are an experienced man, I respect you. But the angle you are taking, you are being too passionate. That's not how it works. You never gave us when is the right time to change leadership. And under Kufuado, tomorrow, another crazy scandal can happen. When will you get the time to change leadership? So I don't agree with you when you say it was reckless. It wasn't. It wasn't reckless. Maybe the people they brought you don't like. It does not make it reckless. You might not like after forcing them leading. You might be attached to Haruna Iddrisu the way he does his thing, but the party is looking at the holistic picture. It's not about people's interest. We all have our opinions. We have the right to express our views, but it does not mean that the party is taking a decision to make sure NDC stays in opposition. No, the decision the party has taken is to give the party a new face. Before Haruna Iddrisu and Muntaka were taken out of parliament or reshuffled, we all know the perception out there. Don't you want the NDC to clean some perception in parliament? Don't you want the NDC to protect Haruna Iddrisu's integrity? Don't you want them to make sure that these are vital people they need in the future? So what is reckless about this? Now, Larry Dogbe said that Haruna Idrisu's continuous silence is not a problem. And I am so disappointed in Haruna Idrisu. Muntaka, I'm not going to talk about, he's a criminal. Muntaka, the Kromfo. And I'll take time and do a piece on Muntaka. But say, as I was say, someone be a nomination will be on far form. Now Muntaka way, Kromfo on can Muntaka catch the last of the angel. He was telling you people he doesn't know me. Oh, Nembabi and Yabroche. Menoka say, Sawase for Amukoya press conference say he changing Muntaka. You people are a disgrace to the Quran. You. The old men and women who are sitting there and say we are doing press conference. Adentia Muntaka has been reshuffled. You people are a disgrace. That is why some of you Muntaka sees you people somewhere Jimmy offering Kraba and 100 Ghana because what him say some of you people you don't reason, you don't ask questions. Inti sorry. Ni enkodi Muntaka press conference echi mubusa Muntaka say onwanka say oto no e de pan wa ya maswase. O edagomba ninti ade odin kwasa se ma enka. It should not be like that. Yes, sorry, yakoye press conference. Ade Muntaka minority whip. Ne papa dia. Muntaka mbetu obi wa MPP mu, NDC mu. Muntaka wasn't he given the position? Oma obi koye press conference. Ade na moma nyoma ye taisa. Why do you, the elders especially? I'm disappointed in you people. Mumpenifo na mo asawase na mukogu apata asem ponche say yeah press conference for dia. So you think your press conference no ebema NDC fo nyina ka say NDC does not work like that. Ask questions. Udo Muntaka, we get it. Or Yamudoba, we get it. But Muntaka is not delivering. Into Muntaka part ni say who say also be changing. What is the press conference here? Na imam for ahemfum penifo yem pese anu betiamo ma yese nkwara 100 Ghana 20 Ghana nti makotena patase adentra ye change Muntaka na Muntaka NPP NDC ne dia. E dia na Muntaka ya amamu mwankasa mgu asowase. So I'm going to talk on this. I am so disappointed in Haruna Idrisu. I was expecting to see a statement from Haruna Idrisu today. But you see, Haruna Idrisu, his silence, it will destroy your own career. Haruna Idrisu, this is an advice from me. You are such an intelligent man. In politics, you have played your cards well. You have shown in so many instances, say, you are somebody who is smart, intelligent, eloquent. But you are showing today that in politics, your own political career, and you don't care about it. I was expecting you, with all the experience you have, to have released a statement telling Ghanaians that that position is not a permanent position. You are part of a party that brought you into parliament to lead. If the party believes that, you know, somebody can take over from you, the same way you took over from somebody, you believe that your support is there. You have seen the chaos in the northern region, Haruna Idrisu. So tomorrow, say NDC na position be done over to obisa on Tiasia. Are you going to scream? You are digging your political grave. I don't know who is advising you. If I were you, I would have released the statement a long time to calm your constituents down. Are you supposed to be the minority leader till the NDC comes to power? No, it is not guaranteed. There's no document in the NDC headquarters that says Haruna Idrisu's position as the minority leader is a permanent one. It is not there. If even today they say you are, what is your problem? Why are you destroying the little career you have built? What kind of ego is that? You are not bigger than the NDC. And many people respect you in the NDC. They are expecting you to release a statement and say, hey, my followers of Tamale, I am Haruna Idrisu. You have confidence in me. That's why you have kept me in parliament all these years. I went there to work for the party. The party feels that it's about time somebody took over from me. So there is no problem here. I'll still continue to serve the party to make sure what you want, that is we winning power 2024, becomes a reality. Finished. This is a political statement. This is a mature politician. The people that gave you power, they know politics evolves. One day you'll be called to fill a position. One day you'll be called to become the speaker. One day you'll be called, you want to be the flag bearer. Are you expecting this? I was expecting you, Muntaka Jimmy. I was expecting you to do this. Then it means, he said, all that is happening, you are happy about it. You want to disintegrate the NDC. Oh, per se, the NDC should be about you. The NDC made you who you are. And remember, one day you will seek people like us to speak for you to occupy a bigger position. And when we remind you of this today, are you going to be happy? You are adding something to your CV that is not good. You are adding something to your CV that will, in fact, at the end of the day, erase every success you have chucked in politics. People are watching. Delegates are watching. People who love the party are sitting behind and watching your actions. All that is happening, it is your fault. You know why? If you had spoken the day that this statement came out, that would be it. Whether they consulted you or not, at the end of the day, it's about the party you are part of. But you sit in the northern region today in Accra, and you are enjoying people getting misinformation, people being misled, people making it look like somebody hates you in the NDC, somebody kicked you out of the party. You are still an integral member. Haruna Iddrisu, unless you don't want any position in the NDC in the future. But if you want a position, if you are still thinking of growing in this party and occupying very sensitive position, you need to do the right thing today. The changes will never come again. Nobody is going to retract. From my experience in politics, from what I am seeing, from the Asier Nketia, I know his political life I've read, he's not going to retract anything. If Asier Nketia retracts anything here, the party is gone. And I know the Council of Elders, the National Executive Council, they all thought through this. So I don't know why Haruna Iddrisu, you have failed to release a statement. You want to destroy the party, then it means that you are working for the NPP. Because if you really want the NDC to be a front that is organized to take power, you should have quickly released a statement. You are being childish here, my friend. You are being childish. And this is going to cost you in the future. The earlier the better, my friend. The earlier the better, Haruna Iddrisu. Your ego will destroy your political career. Your ego. It will destroy your political career. You are a fine gentleman. You are very knowledgeable. You are not even built to lead minority in parliament. You are built for bigger positions in your life, in politics. You have proven it so many times. At this moment, your leaders think somebody should take over. It does not make you less. It does not make you ignorant. It does not make you somebody the party does not respect. It is all democracy. So if nobody consulted you, you take it that for the love of the NDC and why I want the NDC to come to power, I don't care. Unless you are being selfish. Unless you think you are bigger than the NDC. But remember, one day, you will step on the stage and say, I want to lead. I want to lead. Listen to me. Somebody will get up and say, you know what? You are selfish. You know what? The party is not about you. You know what? You didn't do what was right. I'm a young man. I've not been in politics. I don't have any political experience, but I have the knowledge to analyze issues. Anybody watching me today, Haruna Iddrisu, to be better for you to release a statement today, to tell the whole world that the bigger picture is to win 2024. Every role you are given to play to win power is what you are interested in. It is the NDC that employed you, and the NDC has every right to fire you. You are lucky you have not been fired. You have just been told that that position is not a permanent position and that somebody too can take over. That's all. Why are our northern brothers chanting? Why are we making MPP for room? You have been together. You have been able to galvanize 6 million over vote. This is nothing. So I'm the stories tell them I am not interested in the leadership of the NDC in parliament. I am interested in the 4 million Ghana cedis. Dollars, health minister I am interested in the COVID-19 expenditure. I am interested in Ghana's GDP. I am interested in a year gold for oil. I am interested in how we can bring down the dollar. That is where my interest is. I am interested in how the individual bondholders are not going to be affected. That should be your interest. This shouldn't be our interest. Any NDC communicator, any person who wants the NDC to win power 2024, Haruna Iddrisu, he needs to understand leadership sometimes is sour, sometimes is sweet. And when you pass through that, that's when people see you and respect you and say you are a resolute leader. Your own leader, John Dramani Mahama, has gone through sweetness and he's gone through bitterness. He's gotten to that point whereby in Ghana, it is difficult for anybody to compare any politician to him because the bitterness and the sweetness he went through has taught him a lot of lessons. And that is what every politician needs to taste. For you to understand that even if you made mistakes, you can correct them. I'm a young brother to you. It will be in your best interest to release a statement and tell the world, tell the NPP, I'm not a fool. I'm an NPP, NDC boy. I will still be an NDC boy. I will always be honest. I will always serve the NDC. I knew from day one that this position I was given in Parliament wasn't and isn't a permanent one. My interest is to make sure the NDC wins power 2024. My constituents to support me, support the party, support the flag bearer for us to win. That is what a matured politician does. When you allow your ego to overshadow you, the same ego will leave you when you want power. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. After this short break, I will end today's show. No phone calls.
The indices show, when we left office, if you look at the records, the debt to GDP was 56%. I mean, and from the projections this government is doing, they say the debt, if they do debt restructuring and go into an IMF program, it will take till 2028 to restore balance of 58% debt to GDP. Meanwhile, you inherited it in 2017 at 56% of debt to GDP. And so what other evidence do you need? When we were leaving office in 2016, all the multilateral agencies predicted that Ghana was going to grow at 8% because of the work we had done. And in 2017, it grew at 8%. And that's a credit this government is trying to claim. By the time you presented your budget and started implementing your programs, I mean, there's no way you could have influenced the growth rate in 2017. That growth rate was achieved by the heavy lifting that we did prior to 2017. And there's one significant fact that I've kept saying that nobody pays attention to. Under that program, for the first time in history, we had agreed with the IMF that we were going to do zero central bank financing. And so in the 2016 fiscal year, for the first time in the history of Ghana, or in the first time in the history of the Fourth Republic, a government implemented its whole budget without taking one single cedi from the Bank of Ghana. And so it's clear that by 2017, when this government came, we had achieved stability in terms of economic management. All they needed was to take it and move it to the next level. There's a price to pay for aloofness. There's a saying that for those who, I've forgotten what exactly it is, but for those who refuse to participate in governance or something, the price they pay is to be ruled by fools. You remember something like that. Today, there are bondholders who said, I don't do politics. Me, I'm neutral. I'm not NDC, I'm not NPP, I'm not what. You see, when the disaster came, today all of them have suddenly jumped up. And yes, I mean, these politicians, if you had participated, we probably would not be where we are. And so everybody must take an interest in how your nation is run. And so nobody should be apolitical. Because when the disaster comes, when the bus crashes, you are in that bus. And the chances of you losing your life is higher probably than the one who was driving. You've seen accidents where a vehicle crashes, the driver survives, the passengers die. Yeah, that's what happened.
All right, thank you very much for being part of today's show. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. We will be back tomorrow, hopefully. We will make sure our sound is better. Midday tomorrow in Ghana, we will let you know if tomorrow's production is going to come live. And so, God willing, tomorrow, we hope we get our sound right. I'll be back here to discuss Ghana. Thank you very much for being here. This is the first episode in 2023. This year is going to be a very, 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 very interesting year because we have lots of scandals coming up. We will be educating Ghanaians where and what they should do, how to think, and why they should vote for the NDC to lead Ghana come election, come 2025. Remember, the young ones around Ghana, especially the teachers, the civil servants who can read and write and differentiate, analyze fake stories and good stories. Your job is to try and educate our fellow Ghanaians in the hinterlands. Let them know when a story is basically a lie. Our folks in the villages, in the hinterlands, they depend on you guys to read, understand, and break it down for them. So we are pleading with you, our brothers and sisters, national service personnel, young nurses, young doctors who are in the villages and all that. When some stories pop up, you are the guys these people will be asking questions. Please do your best to explain to them why they need to vote for the NDC, why it is important that they need to vote for development, infrastructure. They need to vote for things that will change their lives. They know that you guys have been to school. They know you guys can analyze issues and explain to them. So we should all do our best, especially we the young ones in various villages, having our national service or whatever. We should try our best to educate our young, our fellow Ghanaians on the happenings in Ghana. Let us all do our little bit. If you want the NDC to come to power, all that you need to do is also be a witness. You need to be a volunteer. You need to try and broadcast to the people. Explain to them why they need the NDC back. Why John Mahama can change their lives. What John Mahama did in just 3 years. That is basically sending the message out. So if you expect a change in governance, you want a new government in, you want the right things to be done, you want us to go back to the basics, to make sure every Ghanaian isn't treated like an animal in their own country. If you want us to experience real democracy in Ghana, if you want our economy to get back on its feet, get to the right place, if you want a clear visionary leader who will lead us, tell us the truth, even in difficult times, you are the people, our folks in the villages, in the hinterland, they look up to. So do not disappoint them. We are doing our bits here holistically. You can pick the pieces up and make sure the change happens. So let us all see this as a national service. Protect our democracy, save this nation by preaching the gospel of John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, what they have done, what they did, what they are thinking of doing. Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman's experience in education, how they started free SHS, how they were implementing it slowly, making sure progressively every single Ghanaian gets the opportunity to be in school, how schools were built around the nation, how chip compounds are supposed to be completed. These are the things you need to let the people know. Show them, explain to them why they need to vote this way, why they need to boot out this government made up of corrupt individuals killing us. This is what you can do as a young Ghanaian in the hinterlands, applying your service, being a national service personnel. Do the job. We all need to come on board. I know you might love the NPP, but at this juncture, it is important we save our democracy. Voting for the NDC is a must. It is a must. We need all to come on board and make it happen. Thank you very much for being part of today's show. We have opened 2023. My name is Kevin Ekobe-Dutiela. My producers are called the Ghost Team. Besides Mr. P, Mr. E, and all the guys who made this possible. I really appreciate your time. We streamed across the world, 22 African countries, including Ghana. Our main platform is on multi-TV. Search for Loud Silence TV. We will play this show again tomorrow afternoon in Ghana. Loud Silence TV on YouTube. You can also watch the show again. We are live on Facebook, Loud Silence TV, and also on Facebook. Our main platform is With All Due Respect page. My name is Kevin Ekobe-Dutiela. We have affiliates who cross-posted the show today. Benjamin Wayo Mahama cross-posting. NDC TV, they were live. Honorable Joseph Yamin, they streamed the show live. Hopex TV and radio are also live tonight. Kevin Taylor, my official page on Facebook. We did the magic to the Ghana News Thread. They are our affiliates. They also cross-posting the show tonight. Thank you very much, every single individual who made time to watch us. We bring you more facts, breaking the issues down for you to understand. The NDC should win election 2024. They cannot do it alone. We all need to come together, try, speak to each other, advise each other, explain governance to each other for us to all go to the ballot and vote the NPP out. John Dramani Mahama will do it. And I know from what I've seen, what we have all witnessed, and the track record he has. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Have a wonderful night. My name is Kevin Taylor. Good night and cheers.
He is wonderful. He is wonderful. My Jesus is so wonderful. He is wonderful. He is wonderful. Our Jesus is so wonderful. Jesus is so wonderful. My 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 Jesus is so wonderful. He is wonderful. He is wonderful. Hey, my Jesus is so wonderful. Oh Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Oh Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Oh Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Oh Lord my God, how excellent, how excellent, how excellent, how excellent, how excellent, how excellent. Oh Lord my God, how excellent, how excellent. Hey, oh Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Oh Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Oh Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Oh Lord my God, how excellent. Oh Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Oh Lord my God, my God, my God. Oh Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Adia Yesu ayama. Bedenyum to obey na ye. Adia Yesu ayama you. Bedenyum to obey na ye. Adia Yesu ayama me. Bedenyum to obey na ye. Adia Yesu ayama yo. Bedenyum to obey na ye. Yes way, kwani mo. Yes way, aunto wani mo. Dia Yesu aya. Ayatata brakata brakata. Yeah yes way, yes way. And kwani mo. Yeah yes way, aunto wani mo. Dia Yesu aya ma. Brakuza da ibatu asamleke mataba. Ogranu Pomshan wo Aimatu Kraga Matarabasa Dadwani Haman ya chisi ni Ogranu wa Pomshan Si Dadwani Haman ya chisi ni Ogranu wa Ogranu Pomshan Yo difuanu Ogranu Azamala mata la ba Ogranu ha ho ha ho ha Ogranu ho ha ho ha ho ha ho ha ho ha ho ha Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. King of King forever and ever, Lord of Lord forever and ever and ever and ever. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. For the Lord God omnipotent reigneth. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. What do you tell me? What do you tell me? What do you tell me now? What do you tell me? 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 Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. What do you tell me? Pulu miss you. What do you tell me? One party gonna tell you. What do you tell me? Yeah, you work out. Pulu ye. Meadow, namasomu ye, meadow. Namasomu ye, mede magabeni na meadow. Una we me gwa. Yeah, don't know. Ya no. Na ya sonu ye, ya no. Na ya sonu ye, mede magabeni na meadow. For the last time, meadow. Namasomu ye, meadow. Namasomu ye. Aibaga, ba. Yamisamu. Endo, ai do. Wazari makatulwa.